Well, hello. Good evening. Good morning. Whatever time you're going to be watching this at. I'm trying to be very quick with this because I'm kind of pooped and I'm learning to pay attention to the signs before I actually get to the stage of sleepiness where I'm like, bitch, I'm done. Okay. And then there's an overdrive for me sometimes too. Like I get tired and then I like push myself to get over that and then I just get so I'm teaching myself not to do that so I don't have a burnout. So I wanted to stop by here because I wanted to give a surprise reading to someone. The video is titled Portals, but the person who this reading pertains to has this in their area. Okay. And so, of course, they'll catch it when I get into it. So, of course, I want to talk about really portals and how important it is to acknowledge the sacred spaces that you're in. Y'all, I am so on top of, give me one moment. Bitch, I'm like, it feel like I'm getting a little hot. But it's because the motherfucking fan ain't blowing my motherfucking way, bitch. Okay. Okay, there we go. So either way, okay, got my Murphy's oil ready too, honey. My Murphy's cleanser. Anyway, so what a lot of people don't understand, the human body is considered a portal, right? In a sense, because a portal is an opening into a fortune, architecture, a place. Um, that's a portal. And a way to get into a portal is a gate. That's what I call a gateway, a door. So ultimately, your closet is a portal. Your front door is a portal. Your bathroom door is a portal. Anything that has a door attached to it, a gate to it, a fencing to it that has something that opens and closes is a portal. Grocery stores, all these things are considered portals, right? And so a lot of people get too extreme with a portal's open right in front of my house or right in my house. You know, you see all this stuff, and it just, honey, it gets overrated, it gets draining, it gets annoying because it's like, girl, you know, if you're getting into spiritual portal definition and I mean, there's a portal opening up in your house if you're letting fucked up people in your house. There's a blessing, a whirlwind of financial prosperity, abundance, coming in your house if you're letting those type of energies in. And even going as far as protecting your home. We talked about this before. I got a video out there of not, protecting your home, you know, you know, putting up boundaries, and that will allow energies, demonic entities, people actually projecting, that will stop them from coming into your home. Years ago, I told y'all the story that I had, experience that I had. I told y'all the story years ago, about 2000 and maybe 11, 2012. I am watching a movie alone. For some reason, I felt very uncomfortable either way watching a movie. My favorite movie, Vampire in Brooklyn. Shout out to those who like that movie. I love that movie. Watching this movie, and I kind of like dozed off, right? Because I was like, I had a long day, and it was summertime too. I remember it was in August. And so either way, I'm just sitting here dozing off, and I had like not an out of body experience, but I dozed off, and I'm like drifting away, and I'm having like an experience of me laying in this bed, watching this movie and dozing off. And as I'm laying here, I see this ugly ass face like come to my face, like they were trying to smell me. And I can't even tell if this was a man or woman. I just know it was an ugly ass face. And it startled me. And I like, in this experience, I jumped. And when I jumped, I actually woke up. And when I woke up, I heard something in my living room or dining room. I heard a noise as if something fell, as if something was literally in there. And when I woke up, it made them like wander off. So I was like, oh my God, it's important to protect my home. And I've been doing so ever since. Outside, things have happened outside of my home, but inside of my home has not happened. Okay. And even if, someone was to physically get beyond these boundaries, there's still metals and all that ready for you. So, and what I mean by that, respectfully, humbly, but rightfully so, we have bullets, we have blades, machetes, aluminum bats. We have all that, daggers. I know all that. I've been trained to do all that stuff. So either way, that's what it is. If you ever got past that, to say, physically, if somebody tried to physically manifest somewhere. Now, as you project, and of course, we have things that are set up. And like I said, I have a video on protecting your home daily, not once a month, not once a week. Every single day needs to be done to make it stronger. And this even segue into or fall into where I live at. I live in a apartment, condo, townhouse type of thing. I've shared this with you guys before, and not even thinking about it, because where the mind goes, the rest will follow. Not even thinking about protection from management, not even thinking about protection from maintenance men, because we've been hearing a lot of crimes about maintenance men out here doing weird shit. So not even thinking about this, but 2 years ago, I decided to do protection from even the management, because I'm like, yes, this is their property, but as long as I'm here, this is my dwelling. This is my space. This is my property. As long as I'm here, as long as my possessions are in here, right? It's kind of like a crab finding a shell, and now it's their own, So it's like, girl, yes. So either way, they would like put notices on people's doors to like try to come in and be nosy, because I think I told y'all they had a man over here, two men actually, Middle Eastern guy, Hispanic guy, actually growing pot. And so they regulated it. And unfortunately, now we got to pay for water and shit now too, girl. We never had to pay for water. Girl, that was the luxury of living here. Girl, I was like, I could run the water up. Ow! Take a 30-minute long showers, hour-long showers, soak this, soak that. But girl, they started putting tabs, girl. They were like, we got to regulate this water. And so either way, they wanted to always come in to our units. And they would, they wouldn't tell you when they were doing anything. They would just give you a notice. They will give you like 3 days, 4 days for them to come in. But sometimes I'm like, girl, I'm doing spiritual work. I don't want y'all coming in here looking at the shit. And I even told y'all one time that, we got the bitch up out of there. She was like telling me I had candles lit on my patio. So they called me about that. She said if she could smell marijuana. And I'm like, girl, Sage don't smell like the motherfucking marijuana. You hating this bitch. So she had to go. They all had to go, girl. I mean, something must have happened because, girl, they didn't even move their shit. They had their shit down at the fucking dumpster. No shade. But either way, girl, you're not going to come from my motherfucking territory. I'm minding my business, girl. I don't talk to none of you hoes, none of you people. I mind my business. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I'm the hi, you doing, bitch? Fuck you and your mama too. I'll walk straight past you and I won't say shit to you because I don't have to. Bitch, you don't pay my rent. You don't help me, one my motherfucker. What the fuck? I don't have to acknowledge you. The fuck? And for security, girl, what the fuck? Well, you got to have your neighbors to look out on you. Girl, this is not no 1950, 1960. I love when people say that. Girl, call the police. Girl, get you Ring alarm. Get you some cameras. Girl, that's who you're fucking. That's who the next. I need extra eyes. Your cameras are your extra eyes, bitch. Ring alarm is your extra eyes, bitch. That's who you bitch by. Girl, neighbors looking at you and you have a home invasion because your neighbors know what time you leave for work and shit because you talking too much. Oh yeah, I be working long hours. We gotta work from the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. and when we come back. Girl, that's how they broke into your fucking house. So anyway, I started putting up, asking God and my spirits to protect me from even the property managers. So like I said, they'll put notices on the door and they wouldn't show up. And one time in particular, it even happened, I want to say last year, sometime, the end of last year, they were trying to say that somebody had a water pipe busted or something, which was true, and that they needed to get in. And I was like, should I let them in? I was like, I let them in, but I need them to go straight to what the issue is at and get the fuck up out of here. And y'all, they were in and out like no lie. And I had to Google it because I was like, how the fuck? So somebody's pipe busted. It ran down like the inner column, which connected the ventilation system of the apartments. And I didn't even know that we all share the same fucking ventilation system. So I was like, girl, that's how I know I got clean neighbors because I don't smell shit. You hear me? I'm very good on odor and I don't be smelling nothing like water, bad, shit, piss, cigarettes. I don't smell none of that. So I'm like, these motherfuckers are clean in this building. Either way, it dripped through the ventilation system, came through down. It got the people behind me. Girl, they had to get their whole kitchen remodeled. It took 2 weeks. They had to take all their shit out. It fucked their shit up. Praise God. Come on in here for spiritual protection. It only fucked up my bathroom fan, ventilation fan. and I want to say the corner panel. So they did that. They had to like patch it up, take it out, take off the wood and shit that was damaged and do all that good stuff. But y'all looked that shit up and they were talking about that takes hours. Girl, they were in and out here less than 2 hours. I literally was like, bitch, I'm gonna step out, but I'll be watching y'all through these fucking cameras, baby. And so either way, protection of your home is very important. It's a sacred space, your car, all this other good stuff. So this goes on to for a lot of stuff because a lot of people, they think that protection is just from harm, right? Like I'm protecting myself from demonic entities and people who are wishing me harm. But when it comes down to also protection from, or we're not gonna say protection, but filling up, right? This is why going into burning sage, it clears out all energy, and then we, bring in the energy back with Palo Santo, myrrh, frankincense, etc., etc. Or you could burn cinnamon and ginger or cloves with your sage. But either way, we don't just do sage because, like I said, it clears out everything. And then, of course, when it's an empty space, demonic energy come in. So a lot of people think that sage attract demonic entities or demonic energy when it really doesn't. It just clears out everything. And so we're clearing out and we're not filling it back in. And now we're having problems in our relationship, finance, and all of that stuff. And so I'm very mindful about what I bring into my home, what I watch in my home, and even fighting. Like, y'all, I would debate with people in my home, and it got to the point where I said, bitch or motherfucker, listen to this right now. You can argue with yourself or we can meet the fuck up. I'm not going to be in my house, which I fill up with prosperity, healing, and abundance and positive energy, with your demonic ass about some bullshit. And a lot of times I'll be telling people this too. I feel like when you are a praying person, you are living a holistic life. When someone is lacking something, the universe will bring an opposing energy. We call that the devil. And they will try to manipulate people that are weaker than you. So let's say you're praying, and I'm saying you're better or you're stronger than people, but if I'm praying and I'm detoxing my body and I'm watching what I put in my body, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I would be more holy. I would be considered living a more holistic lifestyle versus somebody who's drinking, who's smoking, who's fucking, all sorts of good stuff, right? Not to put it out there like that, but I'm just trying to get to the point. So in the sense of that, the devil is going to get to you because the devil can't fuck with me. The devil don't have no access, no access, no entry point to my motherfucking life. So they're gonna go, well, who does she deal with that's a weaker person? Who does she deal with people? Who does she deal with that don't really believe in positive energy, or who don't really pray, or who don't meditate, who don't eat clean, who are drug free, alcohol free? And then that energy will move through them to where they will start to irritate you, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? And so either way, this is the same thing with love and money and all of the good stuff. When you're doing energy work and you're trying to manifest a house, a car, you're trying to get your love life together, whatever the case may be, when you're trying to work on energy, it starts from the bottom up. It starts from the inside out. And the inside out would be, of course, your body. That's why when I do spiritual work, I detox, but also the inside of your home, and it extends outward. If your house is not clean, if you're not even trying to clean it, if your house is filled with hate, anger, resentment, regret, and you're like, I'm trying to manifest true, pure, unconditional love, pure, money, prosperity, abundance, and I don't want nothing stopping it. I don't want no obstacle stopping it. But yet you're talking shit in your house, you fight with people, you're yelling, you're allowing people in your home that shouldn't be in your home because you're desperate for a company, whatever the case may be. This is going to go against your workings. This is not going to allow your things to work out for you. Your home's now going to become a portal of demonic energy. In the sense of you're not getting what you wanted. It's going to become a space and a place that harbors anger, that harbors negativity. And of course, you're trying to manifest something higher vibrational. But once again, your house has to match that. So it even goes to the sense of getting rid of shit you don't use. If it gets to this, and getting into the sense of dead plants, trash, let's say candles, petitions that you're not, it gets into all that cleaning. And once again, people have mentioned, well, people lived in dirty places and they still manifest. I mean, You use what you have to get what you want. So if they live in dirt, I mean, they can't really clean up, but you don't, you live in a house with wooden floors, linoleum, tiles, carpets. You don't live outside in the forest and shit. So there's no reason for you to have a dirty ass house. So these energies are not going to pull through. And even if there is a situation where, your house has to be dirty. Okay, well, at least your doors should be wiped down. At least you should keep, at least one place in your house clean, your kitchen, your bathroom, something. And so I'm putting out there to remind you that manifestation is not just candle burning, it's not just petition writing, it's not just burning incense. It's really about what you digest and ingest, right? Your vision, your ears, all of your senses ultimately fulfills your appetite. Okay? It openly fulfills your desire. If you're trying to manifest a pleasant life, but you're seeing nothing but disorganization, disgruntledness, etc., it's a confliction there. There's a confusion of spirit there. Even going into the sense of someone trying to do love work and the person you're trying to do workings on is now for some reason, they're becoming combative. Either you're instigating it, or B, the energy is clearing out and it's separating from them. So they feel something's coming over them and they're like, oh my God, I got to let this bitch have it. So whatever the case may be, because you're doing the work, you should disengage. You don't have to fight back. Let them fight with themselves. Let them do their thing. And get off that phone. Okay, honey, yes, have your little thing and keep it pushing. And don't worry if they're texting you dramatic, fighting negative stuff. Ignore it until the next day. Allow yourself to do a cleanse. And I would do this on my cell phones, tablets, all the good stuff. I wipe my stuff down. I rub it over sage. I rub it over salt water. I have my own holy water, my own rose water. And I do wipe my electronics down with this. Going into even candles and herbs and stuff, I will let my phones and technology, whatever I'm utilizing to access other energies and entities, I will cleanse it. If you have not cleansed your phone, I advise you to do so. Even going into cleaning out your, apps, cache, clearing up data. I encourage you to periodically do this and watch what type of energy you feel. But definitely going into your home on any level, in any way. If you're trying to manifest something, your home needs to be set up for manifestation. If it's not going to work out. You're going to have a confliction. You're going to have something stopping, something blocking. You're going to feel something that's not pushing but pulling. Okay? So just be mindful of that. Going into, if you're doing love work, watch a lot of love movies. Listen to a lot of love songs. Just to add that in there. You're trying to manifest a job, watch movies about jobs. So whatever, get your mind focused on that, because where the mind goes, the rest will follow. And that's why even going into like hoodoo and stuff like cleanses and floor washes and stuff, these things work because they help to keep your intention on what it is you're trying to manifest. So if how would I say this? Let's say you're making a floor wash, right? Salt water will do the trick to clear out energy and bring in good energy. But we add in like camphor and cinnamon and mint and all sorts of good stuff because we know that each one of these objects bring in some type of blessing. And of course, our mind is thinking of that while we're doing the workings, right? We're like, oh, we're adding mint into this for prosperity and for protection and so forth and so forth. Which, by the way, if you're doing workings and you're not activating the instruments and ingredients that you're using, you're setting yourself up for failure. Yes, everything you use has to be activated. Everything you use has a frequency, an energy, a spirit, a soul. That's why if you look up right now, you go to a lot of, whether they're scams or not, botanicals, spiritual shops, they'll have like the spirit of basil, the spirit of rosemary, the spirit of Palo Santo, the spirit of whatever. And they're like, what the fuck, the spirit of? Yes, these things have energy, DNA or RNA that moves through them. So you talk to them to get what you want. Same thing with candles and stuff. Everything has energy, right? The colors vibrate, the oils that were used, there's some type of frequency vibration. So you're activating that. You call out what you're wanting, what you're expecting from using these objects, ingredients is, and that's how you do it. Okay. So just be mindful once again about what you do. Do everything with intention, and you will get what it is you need to get. Okay. Of course, we know that this world is a battlefield, right? And so we have to fight for what we want. Nothing's going to come easy, right? Everything's about lessons. And it seems that sometimes, and of course, if you're not into astrology, we can kind of enlighten you a little bit of what's going on because, I'm always checking. We have a lot going on over the next 2 or 3 months. Uranus and Taurus, Saturn or Neptune. Yeah, Saturn and Neptune is actually in Pisces. So there's a lot with financial security, emotional security, work related, freedom. There's a lot going on with that, right? Things being revealed to us. Uranus, we know, is the great surpriser. He is also the father of electricity. So, of course, there's something with, inventions, creativity, something being anew, something being revealed. And I believe we're dealing with that energy until like January the 30th. So there's a lot of things that are going on. A lot of things are going to be revealed to a lot of people. And even going into, Taurians and people who are Pisces and Geminis and Libras, there's a lot going on. You are going to be affected by these energies. And so either way, we should be mindful about what we do. And I was even telling this to someone a couple of weeks ago. Like, we even have a biorhythm. And a biorhythm is set up. And I'm not even going to give out too much of this because when it comes down to doing certain workings, we get into a lot of systems that's been proven effective. And everyone has a system that affects them. And because of your astrological energies, and even going into the day that you were born, the hour you're born, you have a lot of energies that work with you or work against you. So a lot of times you may feel like people are working against you and there's an enemy working against you, but it's actually the placement of stars and spirits, right, that are ruling over you, and they're being affected by a cycle or a change of things. And so this is why some days are good, some days are bad. And when the days are good, enjoy the good. When the days are bad, relax, distance yourself, and let the bad times roll out, as they would say, and that's what it comes down to. And so anyway, portals, your home, your thought, your brain, these are all access points to energy or exit points to energy. What you allow in will come in. What you ask to leave will leave. So you have to get your spirit strong. I definitely always say get your protection up. Allow your spirits, guides, ancestors to protect you. Offer things to them, give offerings to them. And even going into the sense of you eat, you sleep, you drink, water, alcohol, that's totally up to you. I don't participate in alcohol, none of that. As I'm drinking my water and I'm eating my food, I'm giving an offering to my spirits. Same thing when people give me gifts and people buy me things. I take it as I'm getting the gifts, but I'm also receiving the gifts for my spirits. So I'm saying this gift is in honor of blah, 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 blah. Because I know these spirits also love these things. We like things because our spirits like things. Some of us, hate certain items. And if you look up the spirits that you're dealing with, they don't like those items. So you're like, no wonder why I don't like them. Or I don't like this object or this food or whatever. And so that's what I've learned to do. And it allows so many blessings to come in. So if you're like, listen, I don't have the time, I don't have the money to buy items and stuff for my spirits, you eat, you sleep. I'm going to rest in the name of Oshun. I'm going to rest in the name of Lamadama. Whatever. You're going to call these things out. I'm drinking water because I have to be, whatever. There's a process to this, okay? And that's what you got to get into, especially while you're doing workings, to keep your mind focused, right? And so either way, like I said, I'm here to do a surprise reading. And of course, there's a birthday in January and there's a birthday in July, just in case they need more help on who they are. And I wasn't going to get into this because, of course, I always tell people readings, consultation, these are all separate things. Sometimes I will say let's do a consultation and reading together, but it's typically separate, right? Because the consultation I prepare for them but I'm not expecting to tap into energy and pull energy on people during a consultation. A reading, I'm definitely prepared for that, right? So there's a process to what I do. And like I said, maybe one day I'll kind of give you guys a back, make a little short of what I do behind the scenes when I'm prepping. So it's not just me. Oh, let me call this person. Like there's literally, I set myself up to do something, especially going into me knowing that this person got a lot going on. I'm like, ooh, girl, I'm gonna have to ground myself before I even tap into this. And so either way, I explain to people that when I'm doing my casework, energy comes up and I address the energy. Now, as I mentioned before, and anybody who knows about reading, right, you have to filter out information because two things, three things, multiple things happen. Sometimes you're giving people a reading, and there might be someone in the room with them, and you're giving a reading to them, but you're reading the person that's in the room with. Maybe you're even thinking about someone or someone, and you're reading the person you're reading, but who you're thinking about is also coming up in the reading. Also going into the sense of maybe who you're doing workings on, maybe they're lying, maybe they're not being honest, right? And so I want to see what exactly is going on. Are we doing love work on this man or this woman because they've led you on to think that they wanted you? Or are you just psychotic and you're trying to turn this married man out or this married woman out? And that's what I like to do. So I guess I explained that before, and some people will be like, I came to you for the work because I trust that you know what you're doing, but I was also hoping that your spirits will give you insight of what is going on. And of course, right then and there, I'm like, well, I'm getting insight for me. I'm not getting insight to walk you through or give you a rundown of this, da, 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 da. That's a reading. I get insight for me so I know what to do in my workings and maybe even address, okay, listen, we're doing this type of work, but I feel like you're blocking this work because you're doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like I said, I'm constantly reading the work that I'm doing. Constantly. We don't just do candles neither. Candles is one evidence that is tangible of what we're doing, but there's a lot with a lot. Okay. And I do want to put that out there. So, as a courtesy, because I really appreciate the love and support that I get from you all, I really do. And I know that times are different for people. Not going to say hard because coming out of your mother's womb was hard. Can we talk about it? Or is that a little too deep? Being in your mother's uterus for 10 months was hard. And so we were set up to fight. We were set up to have challenges. And so just because we decided to do energy work, it doesn't it doesn't change anything. Financial hardship, health hardship, emotional hardship, we're going to go through that. But there are spirits that are assigned to us and energies that are assigned to us to protect us and guide us through these moments. So we learn lessons in this. So just because money is short or just because you're lacking something, don't mean it's always going to be that way. And also, while you're going through this process, be mindful and be graceful for those if they are assisting you because your funds and stuff are tight for those who do offer that. When funds do get right, send them over a little offering. And I'm not talking about myself, by the way, neither, because if I say 300 and you don't have 300, I would tell you to come back to me when you get the money. Anybody out there can let you know that. I don't be like, well, you have 100, I accept 100. We're going to do that. No, 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 no. Baby, if Spirit is telling me this is going to cost 300, baby, I need that 300. You don't got it, baby. Please hit me up when you have it. I'm not about to tell you to go pawn your jewelry. I'm about to tell you not to feed your children. I'm not going to tell you to go ask your mama for some money. I'm not going to do that. If you want to do that, you can. But if I'm advising you to do those things, then the karma that comes along with that, I'm also going to be affected by it. Meaning, if you brought the money from your mama to get that work done, if you don't pay her back that money, guess who also get affected by that karma? I do, because I told you to borrow that money. Guess what? If you decide to pawn your jewelry, which you could have pawned your jewelry to feed your child, pay your rent, to feed, to give me money for casework, and I advise you to do that, once again, that's my karma. And that's why a lot of these spirituals are walking around now limping, fucked up ass teeth, fucked up ass faces, all this good stuff because they fucked up ass people. You don't got the money, baby, please come back when you have it. This is a luxury. This is not a necessity. Spiritual work is not necessity. It's a luxury. Can we talk about that? Or you can always Google it and find out how to do it yourself. So you're coming to someone to get the work done, Like I said, this is a luxury to have. Back in the day, this is only accessible to people who had funds. People don't want to talk about that. Oh, who's charging for spiritual work? Girl, we got people in Romania charging for spiritual work. And this is like a poor ass country. Girl, messing with that bullshit. Anyway, not to, the person who we're doing it right now. I'm saying that, people who be saying that. So we're gonna do a reading. I'm doing a light reading. I'm gonna do a one card pull with tarot. There's a beautiful deck of tarot cards. I told you I got 4 tarot cards. Well, 2 tarots, two oracles, and these cards are like amazing. You hear me? I charge my cards up. I pray over my cards. They're tools. I read energy, direct energy. So, like I would say, got birthday songs, so the good stuff is important, but not really. Okay, because in my mind, I can see what I need to see, and I'm working off that energy. We know we have reflections. That's what they call it, reflections of ourselves. And that's what I want to go into too lightly before I get into this. I was reading something like a couple of months ago where they were saying spiritualists who are doing work on you or for you, but they're not getting contents. They're not doing conjuring work. They're doing some other type of work, right? This is what they said. And I wanted to kind of break this down because this kind of gave me Old Testament versus New Testament. This kind of gave me the old way versus the new way. This kind of give me what the Bible is saying, do not become of the world. They didn't have TVs back then. Now we have TVs. So we operate a little differently than they did 2,000 years ago because they didn't have what we got now. You know what I mean? So things were different. And so even going back into the beginning of when hoodoo stuff first came out, there's stories of the 1800s and stories of the early 1920s. And you got even stories of hoodoo coming out in the 60s. However, whenever it was started, it's different from everybody. Texas got their own hoodoo. Virginia got their own hoodoo. Kentucky got their own hoodoo. Louisiana everybody got their own way of how they do their workings. Oklahoma does too. Okay, let's talk about it. And so either way, when it comes to conjuring, another word for conjuring is to possess. That means to push in or to pull out something. When it comes down to energy work, I don't have to have a pair of panties to fuck somebody up. I don't have to have your earrings to pull up your energy. We live in multi dimensions. We're interstellar beings. What this means is, and we're just going to keep it very straightforward with you, right? Let's talk about it. You shop at Walmart, I shop at Walmart. It's the same business. It's the same corporate, but you just have an office in Virginia. I have an office in California. But the money that we're both spending over here in 2 parts of America is still going to that place. It's still going to that one corporate office. So although I went to Walmart here in California and you went to Walmart over there, the money is still going to the same back office. And the same rules and regulations they give out in the back office, both parties, both entities, both places are going to be affected by that. Same thing with magical workings. If people are telling you that they need your panties, they need your condoms, they need this and that to do workings, they're not up with times. They're more than likely not really tapping in. Because another thing too, people are doing workings like that in person. They were not on the internet begging for people to send over bodily fluid stuff, which by the way is illegal, right? Unless it's medically biohazard and stuff. You cannot be sending shit and, fecal matter and urine shit through the mail. That's illegal. That's how I would say somebody gave a fake room and said they got urine or something for me. Girl, call the FBI on me. Call the police. Take me to court. Girl, take me to court. Tell me that you got urine for me, girl, and I'm willing to go. And girl, they can test that urine. They can test my urine because there's blood in urine and shit. So they can verify if it's my urine or you use somebody else's fucking urine. Bitch, ain't nobody sending no fucking urine out, girl. My urine is fucking gold, girl. Girl, the fuck? I'm a femdom girl. I had clients that used to pay me to pee on their ass. Not to get there, but let's go there. Bitch, bye. What the fuck I look like, girl? For $20, $30 oils, tapping in and sending my urine, girl, when niggas were giving me $2,000 or $3,000 for it. Let's talk about it. And it wasn't bottling up. It was going on them. So like I said, I didn't really want to go there, but I'm just saying. So when it goes into conjure work or having contents, I don't need those things. All you do is tell me about Tom, Dick, or Harry, and I can tap into that energy. And I keep telling people, I'm a Reiki master, a Reiki healer. I don't play about my crafts. I don't play about my gifts. I actually invested into my crafts. I actually invested into my gifts. So when it comes to being touched, reached out and touched, as anybody who's ever got work done with me on some very complicated levels or minor levels, bitch, people have been touched. Okay, good and bad. I don't play when it comes down to energy. And so like I said, I'm very mindful of that. And that's why, again, when going into hugging and touching on people and kissing on people, I'm not really cool with that. Because, baby, I'm not exchanging energy on that level unless I really feel something with you. We're not just going to do it because you got some money for me or you think I'm hot or I think you're hot. Because now, bitch, we're creating some type of um, atomic bomb, and both of us are going to be affected by it, or one of us are going to be affected by it. So I'm very conscious of that. So once again, you don't have to have articles from people to do workings on people. You don't even need people's birthday to do works on people. We've been talking about people doing natal readings and stuff. Some people have birth certificates and they can get read on their energy. I have read people on their energy who did not know their birthday. They were adopted. They lost their original stuff, and that's when I had to do my research and I found out physically that that is possible. I know someone right now who's lying in they're 32 years old when they're actually 36 because their mother was poor. They got a birth certificate or a social security card in 1 year, and then the mother basically got another one 3 or 4 years later. So now they're going by that new age. And I'm like, no, bitch, this is why you're giving 45 at 30. Because girl, you up there, bro. Anyway, that ain't my business. So it is possible. So like I said, you can still tap into energy though. And even going to this too, I know somebody who says that one birthday is theirs, but I really don't think that's their birthday. Because tapping into their energy and stuff, I'm like, no, you have a lot of these qualities in you. Like, I'm pretty sure your birthday is one day off. And they're like, no, 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 no. And of course, I'll be that girl to say, let me see your birth certificate. But they're probably not going to show that. But anyway, I'm like, girl, back. So anyway, I want to comment on that because I did see that a couple months ago. And I was like, I feel like that comes up with a lot of people. I need condoms or give me this, give me that. Like, you don't have to have those things to do workings. And we do know that there's levels to this. So maybe for the basic new beginning, figuring out ain't really a witch type of people, that probably works for them. People who don't read direct energy but like to pussyfoot around shit, they might need that type of shit. When it comes to me, like I said, bitch, we can tap on in and you let me know how the shit falls. Okay. So anyway, let's pull on in. We got I'm pull one card because of course she's wanting to know what's going on with the relationship. There's a lot of resistance there, even though we're doing energy work. And I would say people this bottom line, it comes down to you wanting to put in the fight or you just saying I'm throwing in the towel. Okay. And that's what it comes down to. You put in the work or you just saying, fuck it. I ain't about to fight for this motherfucker. That's what it comes down to. Is the spirits thinking that it's working out? It's not written in stone because ultimately you're in control. I can say, yes, the spirit is showing that this is going to work out. And then tomorrow you could decide, fuck it. I don't want to do it no more. Fuck this nigga. Call him, blow him up, read him the fuck down, call his mama names, and now he blocks you and never going to happen. Then you're going to call me and say, but I thought you said Spirit said this is going to happen. Ah, yeah, Spirit did say it was going to happen, but you could self-sabotage that shit. You could fuck it up. And so either way, let's get into this. We're going to do one card pull for the Oracle. We're going to do 3 card pulls for the playing cards. Okay. So, roving eyes, keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, disrespectful. There's something with that. I don't know if you're feeling like this man is cheating or he has been flirtatious and friendly with other women, or I don't know if this is pertaining to you being flirtatious and looking at other people and bringing up other people, bringing up exes and stuff. But that's what this is coming up about this, which is more than likely the energy behind while you're like, listen, what's really going on here? Going into the 3 card pool, interesting. Well, I was going to do 3 cards, but we might as well pull out 6 because two things are flipped over. I don't believe in that falling out the deck stuff. I normally just put it back in the deck and flip it. But Earth sign energy here, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn woman, older, Queen of Diamonds, Mistress, Central Energy, Sexual Energy, a very fair woman, light skin, white, and or she acts like a white girl. Okay. Because, energy is energy. Okay. People can sit and say, I think it's a tall black woman with big eyes on some good shit. To be honest with you, if the cards are showing you that it's a black woman, a black man, we're dealing with spiritual stuff here. It could look like a white woman, but it's a black man. I told y'all many, many times before, I was reading somebody. Can we talk about this? I was reading one of my stuff. Well, listen, hold on. 10 of clubs. Let's get back into this. See, things be coming out. I just be wanting to go into it. 10 of clubs is the next card. 10 of clubs, of course, is the energy of loss, death, sadness, grief, final ending. I'm feeling like this is telling me that this queen has died. This queen of diamonds have died. This earth energy should died. There's ace of diamonds or ace of hearts in between it. Love conquer all, the power of all things, new love. Yeah, this is an ex. This is energy with an ex dying, or yeah, this energy with an ex dying. I'm willing to say this is something with an ex death. Definitely, that's what this is. Going into the next deck, which I feel like is present moment, we have the two of diamonds, a contract, profit agreement. Be careful what you spend. So it's definitely telling me something about finances, budgeting, being careful about what you spend, because the money is there. Spirit is saying the money is there, but you're concerned with money. Money is there. You just got to budget yourself. That means some days, beans and rice, do so. Okay. Well, that's what that is. Going into 9. And this also comes into when people are applying for jobs and they're hoping to get a new job. But this definitely saying, watch what you spend, better and new is coming. Okay. Going into the 9 of hearts. And the next card is the ace of diamonds. When it comes to 9 of hearts, we're dealing with the energy of joyful marriage, pampering yourself, indulging. So I do feel like this is representing the loving energy between you and this man. I also feel like the financial stuff is what's creating the issue. The financial worry, finances not being right, which once again fall on budgeting, people planning on things. What do they say? Counting the eggs before they hatch, that type of thing. Oh, well, on this day, this should come in. So mismanaging, misspending, and also planning on things that you have yet to receive. I also learned that recently. Stop planning on shit you don't have. Don't be like, you know what? I know I'm gonna get this and this and that, and then you do something, and then you find out you're fucking so much money in the hole. You just never know how things work out. So don't do that. Budget, be tight, spend it as if you have it now. If you don't have it now, don't spend it. That's why I hate even going into like layaway plans, people who put shit on payment plans and shit. It's like, girl, you don't know what's gonna happen. And now you shit out of luck. Now the creditor's blowing your ass up. And you're like, fuck you, bitch. I don't gotta pay this. Anyway, so that's with that. Going into the ace of diamonds, this is a gift, small material things that grow a seed. So this let me know too that this is dealing with positive energy, positive thoughts, and it's all starting with your mind. So the conflicts that you're dealing with now is disrespectfulness, potentially him or you looking and flirting with other people. Um, and something saying, watch the phones, watch the phones. Um, so just put out that watch the phones. And then, of course, planning, budgeting your money. The money is there, budgeting that money. And stop spending what you don't have. Stop, trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it's what comes up with that. So that's pretty much it. I hope that answered your indirect questions for readings. But of course, giving you insight on some tea. Okay. Did I see it working out? Yes, the marriage card came up. And then also planting seeds and watching them grow, being very mindful, being positive. Something with the past is being held over each other's heads. And this is what's causing blockage. Okay. And of course, this is what I'm feeling and sensing. Okay. Ooh, girl. All of a sudden, girl, the sleepiness is like catching up to me right now. Like I'm feeling around like, ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So going into the side note, what I was talking, gonna say, I have done readings from people, and I don't like to say celebrity readings because it feels like it's like people trying to flex or, flex like, oh, I have celebrity clients. I read people that are known, video vixens, all that good stuff. Oh my God. All that, right? Some even give me, anyway, we're not going to get into that. But I've had some bad experiences with some of them. Two of them in particular just so happen they're black. No shade, not cutting in, just speaking to how it is. The other people didn't really have problems with it. We did our thing. We kept pushing. One of them was so adamant. They even wanted me to like go do something with them. I was like, listen, Maybe that's not my cup of party. I heard somebody stories about some of the people that you're dealing with. We get into a reading session right there, and I can pull us some tea. Girl, one of them was a pervert, the other one's a weird. Like, I don't want this type of energy around me. No shade. I don't give a fuck what is going on, how this and that. But this can help you out. No, thank you. Um, Going into the other one, I want to invest in your business, and then I'm put it out, blah blah blah. Then I found out she did something else with another spiritualist. It ain't really my business. Who cares? And then she kind of did a little TT reread, little subliminal T to me, girl. And I was like, oh, bitch, okay. Then also going into the other one that wanted me to do, something with her, and I could get you on a buddy flying past. I was like, this shit gonna send me a cease and desist, bitch. Your mama. How about that? Either way, let me take out this, and this is going into this, and this is that, and then I'm gonna be done. I did a reading for one of these people because they were concerned about one of these bloggers attacking them. And they were saying how this blogger was going to be coming out with an article about him. I don't know if the person ever did a video or anything about them because I watched this person in the past consistently and I never seen it. So I don't know if they did like a pre-recording or the person reached out, someone hateful reached out to them and then they were going to do it and then the person fell through. That means the person I was going to be talking about, the person I read, the celebrity I read, and they just decided not to go through with it, right? But I'm like, something happened with that. But she was concerned that there was going to be something big with that. And all of a sudden, y'all, I'm sitting here reading. And of course, I didn't tell her to tell me who she was talking about because I don't like people to feed me information. But I'm sitting there like, the blogger is a fat white man. This blogger is a fat white man. And then I'm getting like shape shifting, right? And what I mean by that, like I'm getting like the energy is switching up. So I'm like, okay, spirit, what is this? Okay, this person has either had a last incarnation as a white man and they manifest in this life as somebody different, and or they really like think that they're a white man. So this is what I was thinking, right? Like I'm like, okay, or I'm interpreting. So I'm like, okay, so it has to be something like this because this is just so weird. So of course she's like, do you want me to tell you who this is? And I was like, go ahead, sure, because I'm just in my conscious mind I'm thinking this has to be. I'm not even gonna say who I thought it was. I almost I was like, this has to be this person because I'm getting like a sassy fat white man and I'm getting like him very feminine and very flamboyant and and doing all this shit. So I'm like, oh girl, like this is cute as fuck. So when she told me, I was like, wait a minute, wait one goddamn minute. That has to be no. I said, I guarantee you, and you can ask people who know this person. This person is gonna say either two things: that they have issues with their weight, or they're going to say that they had a dream before. It was something about a white man or whatever. Sure enough, this person was talking with the assistant or something, secretary, producer, whoever the fuck this lady is to her. The lady was talking about how, of course, there's a weight issue there. I think we all seen it with this person, but also that this person would always say, if I was a white man, I'll have this, I'll have that, I'll have this, I'll have that. And all the time she would say this. And I'm like, that's weird because they've never said this on any of their videos. But I saw it. I'm like, no, I see this. And then when they confirmed it, I even had an experience that confirmed it. I was like, oh my God, this is a fat white man. pretending. I mean, not pretending, but this energy is that. Like that is the energy over this person. So this is why, he or she acts like that. Even going into like the manly characteristics and stuff, y'all. Like it's so like y'all, like if I had to tell y'all what this energy is given, and I was like, girl, this person's not even a blogger. It just gives me energy of like two or three people, right? And one of them was actually Jeffree Star. I was like, oh, this is giving me like a energy, a mix of that, like a strong demonic face, with some other tea, and then this person kind of give you elf energy. So I'm like, damn. So either way with that. But so yes, energy comes up when you're doing spiritual work, spiritual readings, you're reading things from an energetic perspective. Sometimes, you could say, okay, what is this person dealing with now? How's this person presenting now? And spirit will show you, okay, this is what he's given. Like I said, when you're reading energy, it could be this person, that. And they're like, no, there's no way. That's why I always tell people, even going into natal charts and stuff, tropics, Vedics, like, there's so many different systems, even going into the lineage of people. And we know this is a lot of work, but this is why it takes a lot of work to do spiritual work. Spiritual work is not supposed to be easily accessible. Everybody shouldn't have the right to that type of work neither. That's why a lot of people like, you're charging for spiritual work. Well, you want free work, baby, go to church. And even then you're not getting free work, but go to church then, baby. Don't worry about what I'm doing then. You want that free shit, go ahead. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Side note, but not really, exiting out before I look to see if there's any comments. I was kind of talking about something the other day of how, and even the Taylor Casey story kind of made me think about this, right? Because these celebrities be going to like these yoga retreats, these well-known Fortune 500 people, these people with money, they be going to these places. And these people be trying to act like because they're known that you should trust them. And I was telling people this years ago, before we even knew about this celebrity shit. I met quite a few back in the day. And they were trying to worry about me while I was worried about them. Because even going back to when I was a teenager, and I lied and said I was 18 years old initially, but then I was honest and said how old I was. And this celebrity in particular was still trying to meet up with me. And I even was like, my cousin's going to be there. And he was like, okay. And he was down too. And then, of course, they left us stranded. And even to this day, y'all, I'm still not angry and bitter about that because I learned, right, about a lot in this experience. And even right now, like, I'm not bitter. I'm not fucked up. I'm not like, I'm going to expose this person. And even my cousin who resides in LA could come out and attest to this. And he can tell the story if he wants to, he can expose, but I'm not going to do that. Right? Going into this person being into minors. We don't know what it was going to be. It was going to be a human trafficking thing. That's before I even knew what human trafficking was. I don't know. That could have been that type of situation. Oh, it was going to be some type of child pedophilia porn shit. They were going to get down. We were going to do some sexual tea. I don't know. But I also repented for this because I lied to my mom, and I told my mom that I was going to a job interview, which it probably could have been a job interview for some child fucking pornography girl. Now I'm sitting there thinking about it, and it's just, ooh. But it's a lot with a lot. And so I don't really trust celebrities. I don't care about how famous you are, bodyguards or not. I don't trust their asses neither. Because we all know now, and I told y'all this years ago, we all know they could be on some shady shit. And even going into one of these little people out here, these little disc jockey. When we met up, he was like, I do an NDA. Oh, I do too. What? No, you don't, bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. I sent him that whole fucking DNA. Bitch, your NDA is how many pages? 2? Mine is 16. Bitch, get into it. Bitch, you don't talk about it. I ain't talk about it. You better not even, girl, if they actually think about a trans person, you better not even say there's a trans that I knew over there in California. Bitch, as soon as you say that, I'm coming after your motherfucking ass. And I have receipts too, because I like to burn one, each one, teach one, reach one. You gonna have something on me, I'm gonna have something on you. We were doing a video, we doing a picture, we doing something crazy to where if you were to try something and I said, well, I had him. Oh no, this bitch is lying. This is a psychotic ass bitch. Well, what is this right here then? Bitch, that's how I get down. And if you don't consent to it, then we're not doing it because I'm not getting in trouble for revenge porn or anything like that neither. So we're both consenting to this, and this is just in case. So don't worry, nobody ain't gonna have access to it. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, hello. So anyway, pushing forward. One of these people reached out to me years ago, sis and desist. And I guess we talk about this now because the Diddy shit is going on, and they're not connected to Diddy, but there's something along the lines of this tea. And so either way, Miss Thing, and girl, that's the other thing too, girl. Oh my goodness. I should have told this bitch, girl. See that, but that's how you know, like it wasn't about the money for me. It's about people getting their spiritual lives. Because I should have said this bitch talk about let's book let me put you on a buddy pass and let's fly over here. Let's go to the Middle East. I'm gonna have you set up in a house. You gonna be in this house by yourself. You want you to bring your mom, your dad, sis, whatever. I'll come to you then because I trust that. I don't trust hotels. Like she gave me a rundown. I don't trust hotels. I don't trust houses. I want to put you up in an Airbnb, and then I come to the Airbnb, and everything's gonna be secure. Blah blah blah. Okay, bam. Okay, and I think we even talk about them having property or somewhere, on the East Coast, and I could stay on one of their properties. Whatever, y'all. Long story short, we're doing this spiritual work, and this lady wanted to get something done. But let me say this: it was a lot going on with a lot, and this one I was like, "Oh, girl, I don't really care to be famous." Because these people go through a lot of stuff and they really work their way up, right? They really work their way up. And either way, she was giving me the rundown on a lot of stuff that I'm not going to go into, but a lot of stuff about a lot of people, a lot of things that they did and going into her directly. And y'all, it was kind of scaring me. It was kind of scaring me. And I don't know if that was a energetic thing. Like I'm sympathizing with her because this person was clearly afraid. Like I don't think this bitch ever slept. And seeing her on TV and stuff and music videos, and I'm like, damn, like girl, what is she doing? Because the bitch, I don't think she slept. For those 2.5 weeks, girl, I would get a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm over here. And I'm just like, ooh, honey, is this bitch even sleeping? And it was always phone calls. We would send emails, phone calls, no text messages. And I believe for the obvious reasons, but definitely phone calls. And either way, she just told me a lot of stuff, y'all. A lot of stuff that, and I'm just like, but you're into music. So how does music tie in to this? And I was really curious to know, like, how does this tie in? But it does all tie in because it's kind of like not embezzlement, but it's kind of like using this as a cover up. What they call that? Laundering? Using the money, the entertainment. Oh, I'm a rapper as the cover up, but behind the scenes, you're pushing other shit. Behind the scenes, this bitch is pushing kilos of drugs. This bitch is out here helping kidnap people and move them. When they go to concerts, I'm gonna be out there in Florida, y'all. Hey, who? They out here kidnapping kids out there, then kids will seriously go missing. And it's even crazy too, because I was thinking about this years ago. There was a girl that went missing in the 90s, I believe. Oh my God, I'm getting chills thinking about this right now too. Because I thought about this. I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries a lot. And there was a girl that went missing, and allegedly she was supposed to be going to a concert the day she went missing. After the concert, she never went home. And they even had one of these celebrities to get on there and was like, yeah, we were looking for her. We never knew her, blah, blah, blah. And it was having me like, girl, for a split second, I'm not saying this group or this person is a part of that, but it had me thinking, this would be doing these concerts, not because these places be having money, because I do not see, and I'm not even cutting in, I don't see places that are low income known. I don't see places that are low income, welfare recipient. They don't really got money to pay for anything extra, paying for tickets. And I don't see people going from like Culver City. Let's talk about LA. I don't see people going from like Culver City or the Palisades into Inglewood to go to a concert. So it's like, what exactly is going on when you guys do these concerts? Like, like there's something behind the scenes going on here. And something is like, something's going on, because even going into like security and stuff, your securities could get got. Your security is not stopping anything or anybody, because even with police officer or law enforcement, they also get got. Like there's so many stories that we can give a rundown of people, having law enforcement as protection and they got. So it's like, that's not stopping. There's other stuff going on behind the scenes, and it's the cover up. And so, having this conversation with this person, I'm like, this is what it was. And y'all, I really was thinking for a minute, because they were talking about how they were being stalked. They felt like they were being tapped. That's why they want to text. I was like afraid, like I had to like up my protection, like way up. Because I was afraid I was going to be asleep one day and one of the motherfuckers going to say, who the fuck is this for? She doing the work with this, do. Or they were going to go to a spiritualist and they were going to be like, what's going on? Well, yeah, she's getting work done with this tranny over there in California. Like I was thinking about all this, and even going into me thinking about the person, like, oh girl, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot with 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 a lot. And I was going into this about energy, speaking about energy and how things, just things come up. And I really do feel like we had something that fell out between us because I felt like she could sense that I was like, listen, this only so far we're gonna go with this. And I also feel like too, she thought I was doing workings with other people because she would ask, you know this person, you know this person, because I know they do magic too, and I know they do spiritual stuff too, and I know they do. First, she would call it the studies. Like I know they do. I hope I'm not saying too much, but she'd be like, this person do the studies and that do the studies. And I'm like, studies? What studies? And who does that? And the University of, and I'm, what university are we talking about here? Like, I was so confused. And I was like, oh, this is what they're saying. And so there was a lot with a lot. And of course, R. Kelly got busted. Of course, Diddy got busted. There's a lot of people that are connected to a lot of stuff. And of course, everybody would have to go. That's why we know they're picking and choosing when it comes to that. Oh, but even going into that manifestation, that's how I kind of want to go into it as well. Energetically speaking, right? So she was trying to tell me, and of course I found out like, well, no, I can't go into that. No, that'll be giving out some tea. Never mind. Because I'm like, she was trying to tell me this, but I found out it was that. And that also goes into energy and frequency where she's saying this, but I'm seeing this. And I'm like, wait, this doesn't sound right though. Because she said da 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 da. And then I'm and I just kept seeing like a yearbook picture. And I even asked her, what is this yearbook picture I'm seeing? She's like, yearbook picture? What? Who? Yearbook where? How? What? What book? What year? I'm like, ma'am, I'm seeing this, but it was actually a mugshot because the person she was, anyway, y'all, listen, baby, everybody gets treated the same with me. I don't give a damn. We done work with Congress people. Shout out over there, um, Michigan. Okay, we do work with a lot of people, and like I said, girl, listen, if they all get treated the same, girl. One of the girls, it played out for only 2 hours. They were like, "Hi, I'm interested in doing this and that." Oh, really? Okay, well, kind of give me a feel. And it kind of took me a while to kind of catch on, but I was like, well, I don't give a fuck, bitch. You could be, girl, bye. You could be Megan Thee Stallion right now. I don't give a fuck, girl. I love Megan Thee Stallion, girl, bye. But girl, well, you don't really know who I am or know the type of work that the field, what I endure. But, and it was just and I'm just like, listen, ma'am, if you're a dancer, if you're a songwriter, if you're a whoever, whatever, girl, the universal laws applies to you too. So we're going to do this work is this way. If you don't like it this way, we could definitely work something out. But this is the way I do it. This is the protocol. Girl, like, unless you could like open up a portal and make it rain right now, bitch, if you could make me an overnight millionaire, baby, listen, hello. It's gonna be the same shit. We're doing it the same progress. There's no ways around the spirit. And I was like, maybe she watched somebody's video where they said, "Girl, if you up on the ladder, you have more access." Shit. Then why are you getting work done with me, then, ma'am? What make you want to reach out to me, then? Because you get up a lot of these people. I saw somebody who literally said they're celebrity assistant or whatever, and they dropped somebody's name, and I had to ask them. They said they don't know them. So I was like, oh, these people be lying. Right? Lying. And this person I've never done readings with, but we've done energetic work. And they were like, I want to hire you as my assistant. No, baby, I don't do assistant work. No. I could be your spiritual advisor, but I'm not about to work as your assistant and be your spiritual advisor, babe. First of all, who said I even did any type of assistant work? Do I look like an assistant? Or what? Well, no, but you say you want to be behind the scenes, right? So you be behind the scenes, then you could be an assistant. Nobody won't even know. Ma'am, first of all, bitch, I'm not the help. First of all, and I say bitch very respectfully. Second of all, girl, woman, ma'am, respecting the elders. Yeah, that sounds cute. But no, listen, you might as well hire me as your chef. I'll be your chef before I be your fucking assistant. See the shit that y'all make these people do. What? And I think that's what made us kind of connected no more. But I have to ask. I was like, do you know this person? Because they claim they be name dropping people, and they hit me up, and I'm like, girl, name dropping, and then they say we don't know you. And I was really hoping, and listen, and now I'm going to actually send a little message over because I'm hoping because they be trying to be so nice and so. I don't really want to hurt people's feelings. Bitch, if somebody is lying and saying that they know you and they connect to you and they're really not, you need to let it be known that they don't know you. So then that way people will know that this bitch is a motherfucking lie. Bitch, you don't know her. Girl, how the hell you. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. What you gonna help her with? What you gonna help her with, girl? You had the same problem she had. She had an issue with that. You had an issue with that. Fuck out of here. Anyway, that's it, girl. Let me see if the comments, if there's any. It says 0 comments. Oh, there we go. Hey, Jolly L, how you doing? Yes, Madam America, but yes. Oh my God, Jolly L. Oh my God. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars have a song called Die With a Smile on My Face. That's, oh my God, I'm getting chills right now. That song is so beautiful. Oh my God, y'all. That song is so beautiful, Jolly L. And I know you love Lady Gaga. I do feel like you guys are a part of the same tribe. Y'all connect somewhere. Y'all might even be motherfucking related. Who knows? But I feel like you got her tea. And so I just, every time I see or hear Lady Gaga, you cross my mind. And I heard that song again tonight. And I just said, oh my God, this song is beautiful. When I'm doing my love working for my clients, that's my new song that I play. Like, I'm like, I want to be right next to you. I love that song. We know Bruno Mars have a very good voice. I love his voice. Lady Gaga, they kind of almost sound like in the song too. That's what I love about Lady Gaga too, girl. She just so androgynous with her voice. You know, I love her response when they said, everybody alleged that you were a man up until this point. Why you never addressed it? And she said, bitch, because I thought it was cute. That's what Cena said. Girl, listen, it's alleged that she killed her friend Morgan. But bitch, that's not my business, girl. Hello. That's not my business, girl. If she killed Morgan, listen, she hasn't been charged. Bitch, what? A lot of people say a lot of shit about a lot of people. But that voice is definitely there. And like I said, she sounds very close to Bruno Mars. I didn't even know the difference. I really thought that was only Bruno Mars in that song. And then I looked down and I said, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, like, damn, she sound kind of raspy and manly. Girl, that's kind of cute. Anyway, shout out to Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. Being shady forever. Girl, okay, I'm Diddy. Who's been shady forever? Diddy, you need to tell me what it is. I've been hearing about those parties in Hollywood in high school. Everyone's in the cover-up drop. Right. I'm Diddy. See, and I'm Diddy. I would love to hear some stories because I know you were down there in but they like to come to the outskirts to get it. When I lived in Northern California, a lot of the Bay Area people, a lot of people from Sacramento or the people that were making their way, even from San Francisco. I remember one of the persons came in off a tour. Oh my God. And they were like, I have a layover in San Francisco and I want to know how far are you? And I'm like, baby, I'm like 2 hours and 45 minutes away from there. Oh, I'm making it. Wait. Hold on, bitch. Wait, baby. It's already 9 o'clock. So what time are you coming? What time are you leaving? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll be there. Bitch, I was so shocked. And even like one of the person I used to talk to as a friend was like, but what are you doing? Are you paying them? Bitch, you know how much money it costs to pay a celebrity to do a special appearance at a party? Bitch, listen, y'all know this about me. I like to be gifted. I like to be spoiled. I don't like gifting and spoiling other people. No shade. So why I look like paying a celebrity 20,000, 10,000, 50,000 just show up at my house? Girl, what? So I'm like, no, bitch, why the fuck would I make it make sense? You asked them to do a party, and then why out of all people are they gonna respond to me? Hey, I need you to come to my house at 11 o'clock at night and we're going to talk until 4 o'clock in the morning. No, bitch. And that was the crazy thing about it. Like, I really was gagging that he came all the way from San Francisco. And not only him, there was also a Nigerian doctor that came all the way from San Francisco. He was actually at a seminar in San Francisco and he was like, hey, what are you? And I was like, oh, girl. And honey, he came. And I got some good money from his ass too. But I'm just saying, like, they love to come to the outskirts. And I think that they're afraid of being exposed. So they're like, what is this little country bumpkin ass bitch gonna do? What's this bitch from Stockton gonna do? I'm in Stockton, what they gonna say? You know what I mean? What they gonna do? And that's what I think it is. So I'm sure you have a lot of stories about Hollywood and parties down there. Didi, because people they still love San Diego. I love her. I know people in Chicago, Florida. There's a girl right now. Who's like, if I move to California, I move to San Diego. I love the beach. I love the men. I love the people. It is a very multicultural place. I love San Diego as well. Beautiful, you know, some nice people. But we know where there's beauty, there's ratchetness. There's a lot of gangsters, thugs there. A lot of, we're not going to get into that, but there's a lot of, roughness there. And yeah, so I'm sure you got a lot of stories. I'm Didi. Okay, I am Didi. I'm sure you do. I'm sure. Security for most part, Mr. Pool is on patrol. Right. Right. I'm Didi. Right. Listen. Okay. Okay. And that was another thing too. My apartment had security, but the security wasn't added like that. That's how these people, if you're going back to what I said, I'm Didi, about the maintenance man and all that good stuff. And the people growing drugs and shit. Yeah. They were definitely, I'm Didi, trying to be the one, the two, the three, and the four. And it's like security never went by. We didn't see nothing. I think what exposed one of them was his apartment caught on fire. And they said everybody that text, there's a fire in the complex. Grab your shit and get the fuck out. I was like, whoa, what? Well, they said get your fuck out. But it was a large cap. There's a fire in the complex. Grab your things and exit out of your building. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? And I went at home. Bitch, I'm pulling up my cameras. I didn't see shit. I called the maintenance man. I said, hey, what's going on? He's like, no worry, we got it handled. But it actually was, what building are you in? And I told him. And he's like, yeah, there was actually a building over here face that way. I was like, what the fuck? So, of course, when I got home, I'm kind of seeing it. And I'm like, oh. And then sure enough, he was growing. He was growing the teeth. And I kind of figured this. I was like, this motherfucker got a nice ass car. Even going to the other people that just got kicked out last year. I was like, they have a nice ass car, beautiful baby. They had a bulldog, just Frenchie bulldog is what they call it. And this dog was just so nasty, so rude, so disrespectful. The bitch would go, rah, rah, rah. Bitch, and they would tell the dog, shut up, the dog would shut up, and then every time you talk, that dog would let you have it. Shut up, bitch. It was saying something. And he was like, he just want to play. I'm like, but he's only doing it when somebody is talking, though. When you talk, he shut up. When we talk, he, like, he want to be a part of the conversation. Anyway, so I was just like, this is unfortunate. But also, remember I told you about the shooting that happened 2 years ago? It's ironic that the girlfriend was like, hey, what happened? Like, girl, it was like, girl, she was giving Felicia off for Friday. Now, she didn't look like her, but she was giving that type of energy. Like, what's going on here, girl? You know, ghetto ass. I don't know if she's white, Hispanic. I don't even, Middle Eastern. I don't know. He's Middle Eastern. I don't know what she is. Don't get me wrong, but she had long ass nails. She would always say, ooh, your nails are pretty. Yeah, Either way, girl. She's like, girl, so wait, I'm going to be here. I was looking like, damn, she more ghetto than I am. What the fuck, girl? How you move over here? Where you from? You from the other side of the freeway? Girl, what the fuck you doing over here? But that's what it was. They were the ones that were selling, girl. Another thing too, every fucking day. Not saying I was being nosy because I wasn't, but every fucking day they were throwing out shit. I'm like, what the fuck are they throwing out that they gotta walk by my motherfucking entryway? Because we have entryways, girl. And I just hated that everybody, they motherfucking mama want to walk by my entryway. Everybody, girl. Everybody, motherfucking mama, girl. I have cameras. I'm looking at the camera, girl. 1205, 1207, 1219, 1211. But girl, when I put that other camera outside, I have not been seeing that no more. They said, "Oh, this camera get us good." Yeah. Plus the lady over here, the Christian woman, she got 20 million cameras up too. So I said, "Girl, see, we not playing with none of y'all hoes." So girl, they don't walk by here because they know we got them on footage. Yeah, girl, we got a footage of you flipping us out. Yeah, but you got a footage of you spitting on the motherfucking sidewalk. It's illegal to spit on the sidewalk. Yeah, we got footage of you letting your dirty ass poodle piss on that fucking bush. Bitch, what? Pissing on a bush. Go by my motherfucking house. Then my dogs come out, they piss on the fucking bush, and now I open my window and I smell a fucking dog piss. Girl, bad. Bitch, let your dog piss by your door. And that's how I had to ask them too. Like, why did everybody walk over here? This is such a big ass complex. We got houses, we got townhomes, we got apartments, we got duplexes in this one property. It's so creative. They're about their money, Middle Eastern people, Middle Eastern investors. So they were smart about getting a coin on a property. But I'm just like, well, why they walk their dogs over here though? We got we got two parks within this complex. That means say this is a big ass complex. I think two times around my complex was 2.5 miles, or two times around my no, one time around my complex is 1.75 miles. That's how big my complex is. Can we talk about it? So at the end of the day, why are they walking over here and the bitch have three buildings over? I remember one time I was like, let me walk the apartment too, because everybody walking the apartments. I walk the apartments, I see some bitch with this ugly ass, she said it's an Afghan something. It's ugly. I was like, this bitch live way back there. And she come walking through my motherfucking sidewalk around my motherfucking bed. Like, girl, what are you looking for? You think your husband see, that's how I got girl. You think your husband is over here? What are you really looking for over here? Because I can't say it's hotter over here, meaning the more attractive people live over here. I can't say that because they got it all over. I can't say it's a younger girl. No, I don't know what it is. And then they also be trying to park their car over here because we all have our assigned parking, and then we have extra parking. We're supposed to be for our guests. So if I have a guest, they're supposed to have a for sure parking. I kid y'all not. There's 4 sides, but they break it down. So I think the backside have like 3 rows of parking for guest parking. Everybody want to park right here in the front end. Bitch, just so you know, my cameras are not up for your vehicle. And I haven't told that to the management too. If something go down to their cars, please don't call me because my cameras ain't working. My cameras don't work. Bitch, I'm not getting looped into no reports. The police knocking on my door. Hey, did your camera go? No, it doesn't work. The office got that information. It does work, bitch. But it's not for y'all, it's for me. So I just have to let that be known. Girl, I hope y'all not walking by here for security purposes because you feel safer walking by cameras. Bitch, you better walk back there. So I said, I'm going to have to start doing a flip on their ass. But I ended up asking Offset. And they were like, well, what's theirs is yours, what's yours is there. Bitch, what? I'd be damned. You mean that we share the same complex? Because, bitch, I wish they would come and park their ass in front of my door. Girl, what you mean what is theirs and what is mine and what is mine is theirs? What is it? The fuck? Bitch, you better be more specific when you say that. Because, baby, I'm going to tell you this right now. That's how when a motherfucker... I won't even get into that. That's going to be a whole nother conversation. Remember that place you used to go to in Northern California with the building? Oh, yes, honey. Yes, honey. We know a lot of places. Yes, we know a lot. Honey, what the stigma? Come on, Edie. I know that's right, honey. Sigma. Come on, Edie. Edie, can we see you, girl? The house will be reported by the time the Popo got their furniture. Everything changed. Ooh. Let me tell you something, girl. It's a lot. Yes, Miss, I'm glad you like her song. And oop, not the T. Lee. Right, honey. Come on in here. Listen. Yeah, I love that song, honey. Listen, that song just make me want to be in love. That song make me want to be in love. And I love the part when they say, I'm going to make love to you like tonight is the last time because no one is promised tomorrow. Oh, my God. That song just makes me want to cry right now, y'all. Like some of the Adele songs too. I'm just like, girl, who is not falling in love to these songs? Who are not creating babies to these songs? Who are not putting these songs in their rituals? Because that gets my energy there. Like I'm not ready. I'm not looking for love, and I'm like, damn, it kind of makes me say, bitch, the door's open. Who trying to be Bruno Mars or Lady Gaga? I'm Lady Gaga, you Bruno Mars. Who trying to be that? Come on in. Come on in here, baby. I'm ready for it, baby. No one's promised tomorrow. I love that song. I love that song. Okay. Doesn't work. What does that mean? The cameras don't work. I didn't listen. Flat out, I told them. I was like, baby, listen. Everybody need to put cameras in their car. They got Blink cameras in their car. We got Wi-Fi in the whole damn complex. Yes, we do. Okay. Ask them what the Wi-Fi password is. Xfinity hotspot, right? Turn that shit on through the camera and let the camera sit in your car and let you video record what the fuck's going on out there in your car. Don't ask me, don't knock, hey, did you catch on what happened? No, I didn't. What happened? I remember over here, 2 or 3 buildings down, a lady and her daughter got into it. The husband was trying to figure out what happened because I guess he wanted to pop the mama and the daughter. I don't know because the mama don't work, the daughter don't work. I guess the daddy owns 2 grocery stores or something over here. It was something like that. They gave me the rundown. I said, oh, girl, born. International market shit. Okay, girl, whatever. They're Armenian and the wife is something else. Anyway, girl, I remember her, girl, she rolled her eyes at me And girl tried to play it off because, they deliver her package to my house. And she's like, hey, beautiful. And I'm like, the shit you want you asked me the other day. Oh, well, I wasn't really, I rolled my eyes, but I wasn't really rolling them. A piece of my flyaway hair flew in my eye, and I was just like, ma'am, your hair was in a motherfucking bun. You rolled your motherfucking eyes because you saw the way I looked at those cats because you love these cats, girl. So that's what it was. You rolled your eyes at me because you saw the way I looked at those cats. And you were like, oh, this bitch is a cat hater. And I'm not a cat hater. They're just nasty. And they try to attack my babies. One of them tried to slap my puppy, and I was about to stump that cat to the motherfucking ground. No disrespect. I'm just being honest. I'm about to stump that bitch into the ground. But you know, I scratched my motherfucking baby. Anyway. But yeah, honey, the father tried to ask me, I'm Dee Dee, like, hey, do you know whose unit this is? And I said, of course I do. Because clearly you're asking the question because you know that it's my unit. I mean, I didn't know for sure. No, you knew. That's why you asked me because you didn't ask somebody else that. You see all these other people walking. You'd ask them that. So, yeah, hi. Yeah, that is. Well, I just wanted to ask you something, and I hope you don't get offended by this or, you don't feel any type of way. Because, girl, they be trying to, like, speak English and make up their own shit. And I'm like, girl, why would I get offended by you asking about if I got a video recording of your daughter and your wife fighting? Like, why would I be embarrassed by that or ashamed? Like, I thought the nigga was going to say, are you really a man? Like, girl, that's what I was really thinking. Like, oh, you're about to insult me because that's usually what they give you the rundown on. I hope you don't get offended by this or feel some type of way. What? He's going to say, do you have footage of my daughter and my wife putting hands on each other? And I was like, no, but I was actually kind of gagging because I'm like, wait a minute, bitch, when did this happen? My windows are always cracked. I didn't hear nothing going on. I didn't hear girl, none of that. I didn't hear no Farsi. I didn't hear none of that going on. So what do you mean, girl? So I was like, no. And he said, oh, your cameras are not working? You got all the... I said, honey, they work, but they work when they want to work. Because I was going to really tell him, yeah, they work for me only. I was like, no, because he might try to, try some bullshit. I don't know. So I was like, well, yeah, they work when they want to work. And no, I mean, I could probably try to see, but I doubt I'm gonna be able to find that footage because when it does work, it only records like 2 or 3 hours. That's it. Like I don't have a storage, which is a lie. I have a cloud, and it stores up to 120 days in the cloud actually. And if I permanently save it, it permanently saves, and it's unlimited storage. So yeah, but I didn't tell him that. I was like, no. Thought he was gonna ask me, girl, bye. What the fuck have you done for me? And then you don't talk to me at all. Your wife talked to me, and your daughter only talked to me because her man started talking to me first. I remember one time she didn't say shit to me. She saw me and she hurried up and looked away. Okay. Girl, her boyfriend came over here in a Tesla, and he was like, hi. And who is he talking to? Oh, hello. And I know that it was her man. And sure enough, she come on down and they're talking and she's like looking over at me and she's like, oh, she's talking to my man. Oh, so I got to be friendly back. So then it was, hi, hello, hey, girl, listen. Sometimes I would look over too because I'm like, girl, what you about to ask for? Because I don't listen. Don't ask for no eggs, don't ask for no sugar because you all ask for that, girl. It's not just a black thing, a white thing, girl. Everybody asks for that. Don't ask for shit, girl. Don't ask me girl. No, ma'am. I remember one of the bitches going to say, if you got a Lyft account or something, can you order a Lyft for me? And I'll give you the cash for it right now. Excuse me? Bitch, what I look like to you? What I look like to you, man? Order a Lyft for you and then you give me the cash? What? Then I told her I didn't live here, right? Girl, my sister could verify this too. I told the bitch that I didn't live here, that I was actually visiting because I can't afford it here. I was really playing that role. Oh, I can't afford it here. Someone else I know live there. Whatever. The bitch is going to catch me off guard and going to say, I knew you lived here. I knew it. And kept on her business. And I was like, what the fuck? And my sister was like, girl, what did she say? I said, she said she knew I lived here. And I don't know what made her say that. And she was like, yeah, that's where I was like, girl, no, it's very weird. Like, it's a little stalkerish. Are you saying that? Like, why are you saying that I lived? Like, I'm confused. What do you mean I lived here? You watched me go through my door? What does that mean? Did you go to the office and say, hey, that tall black bitch, does she live here? Like, what did you say, girl? And I haven't seen her ever since that, which is actually crazy. I have not seen her ever since then. That is actually crazy. I'm thinking about it. And that was like 6 or 7 months ago. Anyway, crazy. Hey, CJ Taylor. Who you the? Long time to see, honey. What the Sigma? Edie's, can you come out and tell us what's going on? Because I get a lot of tea from your energy. Uh, yeah, I get a lot of tea from your energy, Edith. I get a lot of tea from your energy, honey. Come on, CJ. Yeah, because he can flip it and say, she recorded my daughter. Right, Rico. Right. He might try some shit. He might say that. And I was even noticing this too, right? Because I remember at my other place, they were like, I don't like that she got cameras because I told you, well, I didn't tell y'all, but the place I lived at in Stockton before I left, there was just a lot going on. Like the rent there was really, really high too. So I noticed in a place where the rent is high, they'll have like two families living in this house. And so what I noticed about these people, they were like, I don't know, it was just weird energy going on. And then one of the guys was watching me and he told a random guy, yeah, are you seeing this lady that's over here? Because I think that's a tranny. Mind you, this is a gay man. And y'all, this all matters. This is a gay man. And he was doing some gay weird shit, but he didn't want his family to know that he was gay because he was so-called DL. And so this is why he didn't want the cameras pointing because he thought that the cameras are going to catch all these guys going in the apartment and I was going to catch tea. So he tried to spook my tea and I was already spooking his tea. So he had another to the office. Yeah, like I don't like that her camera is there because it like she can see into my apartment. And I told her, you can come here and I can show you. I can go to the office. I can show you. My cameras are not pointing to nobody. So they had to put out a bulletin for everybody to say that everybody is legally acceptable or they could protect their property, but do not have cameras pointing to people's houses. And I'm like, why? Like, what does he have that I want to see? But I also told the office, because if he want to be messy like that and hit this random motherfucker up, well, the motherfucker hit me up and was like, yo, do you know this Asian guy? Because he said that blah, 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 girl, bye. And the motherfucker, he sent me a screenshot, the motherfucker was going in. So I told the office, I said, yeah, he's probably wanting to know because he's a DL homosexual. He's a down low homosexual and he got men going all up and out his apartment. And he probably is upset that I'm going to catch him and his brother-in-law is going to find out. And that's what it is. He's concerned that they're going to find out he's a homosexual. So that's why he wanted to report the shit. But either way, that's what they try to do too. Like, oh, they're recording my apartment without my permission. Da, da, da. No, bitch, you're not going to get me. So even going to like my cameras in front of my door, because I share walkway space with another apartment, I have it pointing towards my side of the sidewalk. Now I could see who goes into his unit. Allegedly, he works for the city. Hold on. Y'all, I catch it all. You wouldn't even believe that a bitch have astigmatism and has to wear glasses. I've not worn my glasses in several weeks neither. And right now I'm not wearing it, but I saw that spider crawling on my fucking Creolina. Okay, and it caused the container to fall. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? Girl, no, vacuum that bitch right on up. Girl, bye. Go ahead. And somebody said, don't kill the spiders because they kill the other small bugs that come in your house and blah, blah, blah. Listen, girl, they're not moving fast enough, bitch. I have to put little tape things by my door because they all try to come in the little pincher bugs. Oh, girl. The closet behind the door, girl, I cleaned out that closet. Girl, it was so many fucking pincher bugs in there. I was like, how the fuck they get up in here? The fuck? So where the fuck is the spiders at? No, ma'am. You got sucked the fuck up. And I threw that vacuum cleaner outside right now. The fuck out of here, girl. I should actually put some boric acid and whatever over there, bitch, because you probably laid her eggs inside that motherfucking box. That's probably what I should do. And then tomorrow I'll move the box out. Anyway, but they be trying to like get you like that for real though. They be like really trying to and ooh, 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 ooh. And yeah, no ma'am, And even like somebody asked me too, because of course I got on this app, and this app that I'm on, it tells people your location, not the exact location, but it will tell them how many feet you are away, and it'll say the radius. It'll say this person is in this radius. Long story short, girl, somebody was like, "Are you the one that live over here that have all those cameras around your unit?" And I was like, Oh, wait a minute. Girl, there's another one. Wait a minute. This motherfucker tried that. Girl, are you kidding me? Ooh, wee. Girl, ooh, wee. Ooh, wee, girl. Ooh, wee. This is, Hell no. Hell no. Hold on. Hold on, girl. Hell no to the fuck no. Hell to the no. No, 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 no. Hell to the no, no. They should say that about spiders too. They travel in fucking packs. I vacuumed that bitch up because they look like little baby tarantulas. Yeah, ooh, girl, that's disgusting. They look like baby tarantulas. That's the fuck they look like. So I vacuumed that bitch up, and now here this bitch come peeking out on the other side. Like, bitch, y'all, come on out. Bitch, I'm spraying y'all down, and I'm sucking y'all all the fuck up, bitch. Come on out. See, look at that vacuum outside, bitch. I just sprayed her down with my cinnamon oil, bitch, and the peppermint. You should have saw the way this bitch just sprawled up. She's like, oh, but she just got some water thrown on her like a witch. Bitch, die. This is not the place for you. You better send out some pheromones and tell your brothers and sisters they're not welcomed up in here, boo boo. Let them know that, spider biter, data diter. Go ahead. Let them know that. They're not welcome in here, bitch. See, normally the lights will be out, and that's what's going on. Tonight the lights are on, and they're acting crazy. Go ahead. Watching all y'all asses. Let another one pop up. I'm taking that box. I'm throwing it right outside right now. Let another one pop up, bitch. Anyway, they just be trying it, girl. Rico. And another thing too, I feel like too, you give somebody an inch, they're gonna take them out. If I would have told them, yes, I got the footage of your girlfriend or your wife and daughter fighting, then he would always come to me. Hey, did you see that somebody scratched in my car? Hey, did you see that somebody tried to open up? Yo, you might want to ask the neighbor because you know they all be talking. Oh, you might want to go ask her over there because she has a camera. The camera, so I had to play it off like, no, unfortunately not. I'm sorry. This is not for you. You know, I have to play it off. Like, no, girl, it's not for you. And like I said, I let the office know. I should let them know again because sometimes maybe they forget. I should say, just as a friendly reminder, the cameras that are recording in my units are not for the other tenants. I'm not going to be put on any report, and I don't have to release the footage. Now, I did read somewhere if there's a murder that you will have your camera footage subpoenaed, and they will have access to that. Now, praise you, God, praise the heavens that I have cameras in the inside of my house, and it all goes to the cloud, and I will make sure that it definitely is uploaded to the cloud. They don't have access to that. Because, baby, y'all not about to see me walk around my house butt booty ass naked, and y'all showing it to the fucking jury and shit because y'all, well, this is the crime we're trying to solve, but we have some footage of, girl, listen, y'all are not invading my fucking privacy, man. Fuck that. No. Bitch. No. This is not that type of party, bitch. Y'all only have access to outside cameras. Ain't no fucking footage being spread and shared about the whole day. We got to see the whole. You got what, 9 cameras hooked up? We signed into your account. There's 9 cameras hooked up. Okay. And there's only 2 cameras that point that way. The fuck? Bitch, in this direction, only 3. Baby, what? You need to see what I look like walking to the bathroom where there's a camera facing the hallway. You need to see what that look like. Bitch, the fuck? That's porn. And I'll try to get it for revenge porn. So I'll say, y'all gonna have video footage of me and my man fucking. Let me stop. Wow, she literally was stalking your T says, and it's strange how she randomly vanished after that. Right. Weirdo. And let me tell you something so crazy too. She worked at this little cute um French pastry place. And what she was doing was that day that she wanted a Uber, she was trying to Uber to work. But I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, girl, so you're making $100 a day to pay $40 in Uber rides? That's not smart, sis. You need to figure something else out. You better go work somewhere else, sis. You better start your own bakery from your house and cook your own cakes and shit. Like, girl, what? And she even tried to break that down too. I was like, girl, bye. Then she talked to this other neighbor because, the neighbor was like, hey, you don't really talk to nobody, huh? No. And clearly you do because I don't talk to nobody, bitch. Who are you? Respectfully. Of course I didn't say it, but I'm thinking, like, no, I don't know. So, yeah, uh-huh. And then you're asking questions and shit about this other lady and her son. And yeah, they were supposed to be knocking on people's doors and asking for donations. And I'm like, asking for donations for what? Well, the son got accepted into some blah, 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 blah. And he's trying to get his doctors or so. Oh, it's something stupid. I was like, bitch, you better not knock on my door. I don't know the bitch. I don't know the son either. If you talk about that tall, lengthy ass motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about that ass neither. Because, bitch, he was sitting on my car one day and I had to go out there and I had to check his ass and say, is that what you're talking about? Because I think you talk about the one with that synthetic ass golden brown wig. I think you talk about that lady. Girl, hello? Girl, okay? Girl, she walk out here with Louis Prada, Gucci Gata, but girl, have some synthetic ass wigs on, girl, and that's not my business. But I'm like, damn, girl, you could at least hook it up with some better than. But anyway, I'm like, if you talking about that man, he was sitting on my car. He was sitting on my fucker. And the only reason how I knew because the maintenance guy or the groundskeeper, they called him a groundskeeper. The groundskeeper at that time texted me and was like, yo, who's this man on your car? I was like, man on my car? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What? Bitch, I got up with a quickness. Looked at that camera and I said, oh, Leah, let me go out here. Went right on out there. As soon as I went out there, he tried to play it off. Uh-huh. Bitch, because you about to get checked, bitch. I'm a sweet woman, but baby, I will let you fucking have it. Okay? I'm sweet, but I'm hard as an else when it comes to shit like that, girl. Don't sit on my motherfucking car. I'm very, very uptight about my possessions. Ask anybody. I don't like people to touch my handle. I don't like people to do any of that. I went to a grocery store that offered curbside services as a side note 3 years ago. And a lady put a note on my car who worked at that store that said, this is not for you. This is for curbside pickups. Please park in the designated parking, which of course it makes sense to me because I'm like, bitch, designated parking is anywhere that I'm choosing to park because I'm a patron here. I shop here. So this is my destination parking. And if you don't like the curbs, if you don't like this girl, sue my motherfucking ass or call the fucking city and state, girl, because you cannot do that. Okay, this is handicap. No, girl, I went in there, y'all. First of all, very white woman neighborhood, very, very nice. I told y'all that's the neighborhood that the woman, I don't know if she thought I was Wendy Williams, so she was cutting in, but she was like, I watch your show all the time. I was like, who the fuck is she talking about? Anyway, that's not my business. I think I told y'all this story. But either way, that's that neighborhood. So I was calm, cool, and collective as I was shopping in there. But girl, the Stockton came out of me when I walked back up in there. I said, first of all, one of your curbside shoppers put this notice on my motherfucking car. And I said it just like that. And I believe it's her. When I did her, she looked like she was shocked and was like, what? What do you mean? Rolling her eyes and shit. Oh my God. Like, girl, it was all on her face. Like, oh my God, this is the bitch I can't stand. So I'm like, damn, this bitch is always watching me. Then when I come in there, I say, yeah, I don't know who I need to reach out to talk to, but she needs to be talked to about this because that's unacceptable. You don't touch my car. And I'm talking to the manager like this. You don't touch my car. You don't touch my handles. You don't even touch my fucking tires. If I see you touch my tires, bitch, like I was upset. And I looked at her and I said, and learn something from this and take notes of this, girl, because I see you on my car again, girl. And I left because I said, girl, let me not make no threats because they might call the police and they might be up here quicker than you say shot top dude. Just so happen I'm good arrested, and they're gonna find out that I'm trans, and they're gonna say a man threatened a woman, and also the good shit. But they probably didn't give a fuck because she was some hoodlum ass bitch anyway that just worked at this store, girl. Ghetto ass, hoodlum ass bitch. No shade. So I was like, girl, bye. Just tacky, girl. The bitch had orange and pink hair. The shit was bleeding out. She had ran down mascara like she wore makeup the night before, but didn't wash her fucking face. She just nasty, stinky ass bitch. Like, girl, and you riding up, putting on my car, and I know it was you, girl, because one time I came up in there and she was like, whose car is this in the curbside? And the other girl was like, I really don't know. She's like, oh my God, like really? And then when I turned back, someone said, bitch, it's my car. She like hurried up and acted like she wasn't looking at me. So I was like, she clearly watches me. And that's how I told the manager. She knew it's my car. And she had to touch my windshield wipers to put the note in there. And I'm not okay with that because she would have broke my windshield wiper. We'll be having a different conversation right now. But she touched my windshield wiper, and I don't give a fuck about that. Don't touch my door handle. Don't touch my antenna. Don't touch my rim. Don't touch my fucking tire. Bitch, don't touch the fucking gutter trapper. Don't touch my... Bitch, bye. And I know they thought that it was cute. What was going on? I know they thought it was cute, girl. Like, bitch, I'm not joking. If that bitch would have put it, listen, I'm telling you right now, if I would have saw her put that note in the car, girl, I would have probably been in jail because I would have pushed that bitch hard to the fucking ground, too, bitch. Like, who the fuck are you touching? Bitch, you spit on me? I would have played that type of role. And I'm not playing, y'all. I don't play about my possessions, my babies, my animals. I don't play about none of that. You ask anybody, I don't play about shit. If it's mine and you didn't buy it, bitch, don't put your hands on it. You need to move, you let me know you need to move. Bitch, don't talk to me about my dogs. These are animals? Oh, yeah, there's no animals here. Bitch, excuse me. First of all, these are service animals. Second of all, watch your fucking tone because you're talking to the wrong one. Excuse me, check your file. Bitch, check your fucking file because I feel like you disrespecting me right now. I feel like you calling me out. I felt like you just said, black bitch, we don't want you here. Like, that's how I felt when that one hotel tried to do that shit. Oh, honey, there's no. What? You got dogs. Oh, there's no dogs here. Our policy. No, slow your roll, bro. First of all, lower your tone. Second of all, baby, this is $179 to be here every fucking night. I booked 5 nights here. Second of all, and bitch, these other rooms are empty. Third of all, call your supervisor before you check me. What you should have did as protocol, you should have said, oh, let's see what room this bitch is going into. Okay, let me call her. Hey, yo, this bitch got some animals. Is this okay? Then, bam, hey, yo, ma'am, listen, you need to either check out right now. That's what you should have did. But the fact you tried to embarrass me in front of my peoples, bitch, Uncle Fester looking ass, I will read you. And I was like, let me go back up to my room before I say something to do something that I may later regret. And he gave that look like, what do you mean? Yeah, bitch, say something else to me and my dogs. Say something else about me and my dogs while I'm here and you'll find the fuck out. Because I would have no problem checking out, girl. It's 2.5 hours to drive back to my place. I do not mind getting that car driving back for the safety and security of me and my pets. Baby, me and my service animal, me and my babies. Baby, just like with parents, girl. My mama didn't play with us neither. You talk to us any type of way, my mom was ready to come and beat your fucking door down. Okay, so the same way I'm about my kids, but you ain't talk to me. And when I have my actual kids, bitch, you better not look at my kids that way, bitch, because I don't care if you're an old woman, young woman, I'm popping your motherfucking ass. I'm letting you have it. Grandma, youngster, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Let me find out that my kids got bullied at a school. The kids got bullied at school, bitch. I'm bullying the kid. I'm bullying the motherfucking parents. And bitch, listen. I don't give a fuck if they have a stud and a father who looks like a straight heterosexual, but he almost like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, bitch. Y'all gonna have to jump my ass because, bitch, listen. You're not coming at my kids sideways, and that's how that's gonna be. You're not gonna put your hands on my kid. You're not gonna talk to my kid any type of way. I'm not playing none of that. And like I said, my parents didn't play that. My mama didn't play that, and my grandmother really didn't play that. My mama's mama, she was a crazy ghetto white girl. Ghetto white trash. Yeah, she was. That's what she called herself. I didn't say that. That's what she called herself. But anyway, she didn't play that. Bitch, I remember one time I got in trouble and she came to that office and they were like, oh, he's Mexican. I was like, who they call him Mexican? Because my grandmother, she has that look. So who the fuck they call a Mexican? Bitch, they looking at my last name, looking at grandma, and they're like, oh, the bitch is Mexican. Like, bitch, wait, what? Because, the person's like, your grandmother's coming in because you had to check in the front, and then we had a back office, so the only way she could walk onto the camera, she had to verify. So they were all looking around like, oh, so this boy in particular was all like, oh, so so you got in trouble. You got in-school suspension, and now you're about to go home and get your ass whipped. And my grandma came in there, and she gave this look to this little boy, and she said, "You can also go home and get your ass whipped." Bitch, I died. I was like, "Oh my god, Nana! Oh my god, no, let's go, bitch!" But she didn't care. She didn't care, bitch. She was like, you can also go home and get your ass whipped too, bitch. Don't be talking to my grandchild like that. She gave me that like a bitch, like, who you talking about? Is everything okay up in here? What's going on up in here? Yeah, she didn't play that. So like I said, I think I got that trait from them as well. I don't play about my possessions because they're valuable to me, and I don't play about my animals because they're also valuable to me, and they're a necessity for me. So you touch my possessions or you touch my animals, bitch, it's a wrap. I remember even one time too, I left Bella outside. I don't know what happened, but I heard her screaming. She's like, oh! Opened the door, and the neighbor was like frozen, like, he didn't know what to do. And I said, is everything okay? I know he looked at me like I was crazy. I said, everything okay with you, Bella? And she came over to me. She started licking me. And he's like, I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything and blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, let's keep it that way. Yes, sure did. I said, oh, let's keep it that way. Because, I watched him. I was like, yeah, he might know somebody. They say he worked for the city. He might be able to call the police to get me together. So let me just keep it cute. Oh, let's keep it that way. And so I stopped leaving her outside the door like that. I was like, yeah, I'm going in. She's going in. Bitch, she's out. I'm out. There we go. Bitch, you put your hands on my dog, bitch. I'm putting my hands on you. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Congressman, city woman, city hall. I don't give a fuck. Townskeeper, the president, the senator of California, Gary Newsom. I don't give a fuck, bitch. You put your hands on my dog, I'm putting my hands on you. Anyway, girl, let me go. Oh, girl, he right. He was extremely concerned. I get bit every day. They shoot the heck up. Who? From fleas or what? Even the police have to get subpoena. Yeah, subpoena. You're right. The police got to get subpoena too. Ooh, that's crazy. Rico, like, I didn't even know how deep shit go. And everything is put in a file forever. I remember when I had to go to the courts and I had to testify against the crime that I witnessed, which I didn't want to go. But they were like, hey, you have to go or you'll be held in contempt of the court. I'm like, fuck, I want to get out of this. What am I going to do? Because I don't want to be a part of this. And I even told the prosecutor, listen, I'm down to do this, but I don't want my name put anywhere. That's all it needs them to say. The person was ratted on by witnesses, because I seen fucking ID channel shit, bitch. And they're like, no, I can assure you this is not that. This is, and I'm like, listen. But then the second prosecutor was all like, that all of this goes into a file and it's locked into a vault somewhere. And I said, until when? The courthouse gets shut down? Or what? Because this is like history. You're saying this is going in history then, huh? Yeah, but I mean, the chance of no, bitch. Can you abbreviate the name? Can you put like something odd so they can't second guess? I mean, they would only know if I told them like type of shit. Like, no. Man, I gotta live this life. I gotta live. They don't give a fuck about that though. So it's locked up in a file somewhere, and I don't like that shit. So I didn't even know how deep it really get. They subpoena you, and they put everything on file, and they also got a reporter there that's typing shit down, and and they played it back for me too, because I tried to get out of it. I say what I said the first time. I said what I said the second time because they tried to pull me back 3 fucking times, bitch. Because the second time to match with the first time, so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna put this bitch out," and I said, "Okay, I'm just gonna be direct and honest then, and stop like, girl." Like, I didn't lie, but I was withholding because I'm like, no, man, like, I don't want to go through this bullshit, right? Like, this is the whole time I'm thinking, like, it was so nerve-wracking. But the prosecutor was like, well, this is what you said, Miss Vasquez. This is what you said, Val. And gave me the paper, and it was saying, and I was like, damn, this is creepy. You're reading you're reading what you said in a transcript. Like, girl, that was like mind-blowing for me. And he was like, "So are you lying under oath?" And I was like, "No, I'm not lying at all. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I just never seen him." And like I really broke because I was like, "Girl, I don't know what the fuck." But like, girl, everything, even like having interactions, like they're there. Like, girl, it was some weird shit. They were there. The prosecutor, they have security that walks with them. I don't know if you know that a police officer is assigned to the prosecutor to protect them coming in and out the courthouse. Even, girl, I won't go into, detail what they assisted me with, but the police was there and they were like, "You're good. Just always be honest. Even if you're afraid to be honest, just tell how it is." And I was like, I understand that, but I'm in fear for my life for saying certain stuff and I don't want no retaliation. And we know people like to retaliate. And so I don't want to be a part of that retaliation because it might get a little nasty. I know people, they know people. You know what I mean? It might get a little nasty. It might shut some shit down. It might be a war between Northern and Southern and Central. Anyway, you are making me laugh, girl. CJ, why? I can't be these reasons are lethal. Listen, no, CJ, I'm here for real. Listen, Kitty, Julie would tell you, Kitty would tell y'all, Juliana would tell y'all. What name she going here? Juliana? We stayed at a hotel and the guy was really like, we were walking the dogs at night to, get some fresh air. It was really, really hot. It was still hot, y'all, and the sun was down. We were still burning up. And the front desk, they already be like looking when they see, women together by themselves. They're like, "What's going on here?" And then, of course, if they clock the tea, they're like, "Ooh, we have some sex workers here." So it was already given like he had some lustfulness in. So the first time he didn't say shit, but the second time, it's like he was so caught up with her and I, he saw me holding the leash and he said, "Oh." And I was just like, "Oh, hell no. First time, motherfucker. You're not gonna call me out and make it seem like I snuck some animals up in here. This is a very nice hotel. I'm a very nice woman." So that's why I felt defensive because I'm like, first of all, bitch, don't make it seem like this is a handout and I'm not supposed to be here because that's what it made me feel like. And I went to the manager, so they ain't giving me back half of my stay. Sure did. Sure did. Yes, baby. I'm a platinum member with that hotel. Yes, they gave back half of my fucking stay. Yes, that's unacceptable. He needs to be trained. He was so disrespectful. Although he didn't call me out my name or anything, the idea that he would call me out like that when he clearly could pull up my file because he saw me go in and out my room. The front desk, you could see my room from the front desk. He looked up and he saw several times. That's why I didn't. One of my people wanted to come over and see me, and I was like, no, 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 because I was like, I didn't want them to get the wrong idea. So I was like, no, if you want to meet up, we can meet later. But so he could look that up to see, because they make you sign a paper. So no dogs were allowed at that hotel because they're service animals. They are allowed. And they didn't even bark neither when he confronted me. Now, another place I stayed at, which was actually animal friendly, they did bark when the man tried to confront me. They were like, "Bitch, don't be talking to my mama like that." And I told him, I was like, "Baby, I could check out now. And I need to be reimbursed right now, though. I need to be reimbursed." And he tried to Sage Shantae with me. Honey, he was a queen manager. Well, actually, no, honey. First off, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm talking. I'm the customer. Hello. First of all, I'm going to call corporate right now and we're going to work this out. I'm going to get this set up. So, of course, I got my money back and they gave me points. Then I went on there and I gave a nice review. I said, "Honey, I don't know if this punk ass nigga sucking dick in the manager's office, but something fishy is going on any fucking way because he's checking and worrying about what the women is doing, but he not checking on the man." Girl, you had people coming in and out. You had a man like having the door open doing some weird ass shit. He didn't stop them, but he stopped another woman. He stopped me. Like to try to confront us or some shit. Like, bitch, what the fuck is going on here, bro? So you hate women? Let me stop. I'm starting to sound like these haters. So you hate women because you're only checking the women. You're not checking none of the men. Honey, he came up, the girl fixing crowd in the parking lot and shit. Who fixed? Oh, girl, this is a 4-star hotel, first of all. Who is fixing cars at a fucking 4-star hotel? How he even was able to stay here? Girl, I got a deal. I'm paying $210 a night to be here, and I'm staying here for 2 weeks because I was trying to run for my apartment. You literally, it said if this man can, and you're telling me the room is really $280 a night, and you're letting this motherfucker live here, and he's fixing his car in the fucking parking lot. What type of ghetto shit is that? He don't have a mechanic. He can't tow his vehicle to a mechanic shop. What? So you're worried about that, but you're checking this lady because she did what? And you're checking me because I didn't want room service? Well, unfortunately, man, because you have a service animal, we have to do room service. No, the fuck you don't, girl. We're in a drought in the state of California, first of all. Second of all, I feel like you saw some teas that you wanted. So if I go in this room and I count this money, that money is gone, bitch, we're gonna have some problems. Well, we got cameras at the door, so I can no, bitch, that don't mean you can't hide the money in your pocket. That don't mean your housekeeper couldn't hide it in her fucking pocket. Girl, she lifted that bag up. She's like, ooh, the fuck is going on here? No, ma'am, that's unacceptable. Then y'all wait until I step out to go in my room. I was there the whole time. The housekeeper didn't come in. As soon as I stepped out, they were like, ooh, she's gone. Hello, Cynthia. She's gone. Go to the room and clean it up. That's what I felt like they did. Go check the room and see what's going on up in there. Then I found out at the hotel too, that's how I knew something was funny going on. They said that you could tell them that if you stay there for 7 days, on the 7th day, they have to give you housekeeping. It's not the 3rd, it's not the 4th, it's 7 days. I was there at that time for only 2 days and he already wanted housekeeping. So I was like, girl, no, y'all just want to be nosy because y'all thought I was in there doing something, girl. And that's what you were thinking. And no, girl, there was nothing we were in there doing, girl. And then on top of that, you had a shitty ass fucking shot. Let me not get into that. Lawyers and legal teas, yeah, come on, I know that's right, honey. Everybody, yes, honey. Clock the hotel tea, right? That's what they be doing, CJ. I remember one time in particular, I'm gonna be done for real, and I need to go get my Claritin too right now. I need to take that for sure. I went to a hotel. I already told y'all the story about 2 hotels stays with another trans person. And I turned him down, and then he went to her, and she tried to make it seem like he didn't come for me. But I said, baby girl, if he didn't come for me, then how can I tell you what size his stuff is? Now, mind you, this is somebody who don't believe in spirituality and all this good shit. But she was like, well, you are a spiritual person. Okay, so any other time I'm not spiritual, but this time because you don't want to admit that you were the second option, you don't want to admit it. Now all of a sudden I'm guessing what it looks like. Then with the hotel security, it was 2 Middle Eastern guys, 1 Filipino guy, and she tried to say that they clocked my tea. So I went up there hysterical, letting the fucking front desk have it about the security. And she's like, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute, it was a black lady too. See, that's what I'm saying. Girls be so hateful, so jealous of you that they'll try to get you clocked and get you in trouble because they feel like they're getting clocked, right? Because they don't care about being passable. The black lady was all like, wait a minute, wait, hold up. First of all, I had no idea because this person still had their legal male name. So, of course, their tea was getting clocked. And, of course, the hotel desk was going to tell the security, that's a man, whatever. So she wanted me to think that my tea got clocked too. So she, the manager, was like, first of all, I had no idea that you were trans, so I want to apologize for that, about you feeling like your transgenderismality was compromised. But yeah, I didn't know that. But she said this individual right here checked in under a male's name. So it's a given. And then I'm like, but no, she said that they, and then she was like, well, listen, if that's what happened, I really apologize. So I let it go. Literally, I requested towels, and the Filipino guy is the one that came up. And he's like, and to be honest, yeah, like, wow, I had no idea about you, whatever, but we only was talking about your friend because your friend came on with some sandals and the toes wasn't done. And we were like, damn, those are some big ass feet. They were kind of making fun of it. And then I get on the app, and then there's the Middle Eastern guy, because there's 2 of them, and I think they're brothers. And he was like, I want to come and see you. And I was like, well, I don't know. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll come around through the site. So he comes to the site, and we're sitting there talking, and he's just reading this girl down. Like, yeah, I don't think that if you're like, if it's not obvious that you're trans or you're not, putting it out there like that, I think you need to watch who you deal with, because that big person is clearly da 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 da. And then she heard him talking, and she tried to blackmail him. It was like, yeah, you were in the room with my friend and talking about me being a big old man and da 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 da. You're not get you for transgender, blah, blah, blah. So I need you to come into my room so I can suck your dick and da 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 da. And so he told me, he was like, yeah, your friend is a pervert and da 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 da. And then, of course, I brought it to her, and she's like, there's no way. No, girl, no. And I'm like, why would he lie? And then I think a few weeks later, a few months later, she did it again in Florida, where she wanted the hotel person. They didn't want her. So anyway, that's what happens when y'all check into hotels, girl. If you're a trans person, girl, it might have happened with some of you gay people too, gay men and stuff, honey. They might be watching y'all too, like, ooh, look at this. I don't know. But I know it happens a lot. That's why I don't really care to stay at hotels. When I'm traveling by myself, I'd rather get an Airbnb. Not saying it happens all the time, but for the most part, it do. I remember I stayed at a hotel. They had a sting that went on. I was staying there to get away from my house to have a woosah moment. The fucking hotel clerk is also on the fucking app. It was all like, hey, I think you're staying at my hotel. And da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to confirm or deny it because, bitch, no, I don't want no shit. Girl, it was crazy, y'all. They did a hotel thing. I'm seeing this guy walk in, and I'm like, I could have been injured. Girl, I even told that to the manager. I was like, that was a deadly situation. The guy came in. I don't know if they were getting him on some pedophile shit. I don't know what, but the guns were drawn. The motherfucker hopped the gate. They tackled his ass. They ran past me. Oh my God, girl. It was traumatizing. Anubis was going crazy because the heating that was going on. I was like, damn, like what happened if they would have pulled out a gun, shot the motherfucker because he did some weird shit, or he would have put out a gun, shot at the police. I would have been an instant bystander and I would have got. But the manager didn't really give a fuck. She was like, well, I mean, honestly, we can't control if the police are doing stings or not, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, bitch, I won't stay at your hotel ever again. And I did. Never went back. Even the guy that worked at the hotel was like, hey, we gonna see you again. No, you're not. Unfortunately, your manager, Marissa, whatever the fuck her name is, something with an M, she's rude, she's conniving, and she's fucking nasty. And then the bitch had nerve to offer me, when I checked out, a breakfast. Well, hi, you're checking out. Would you like a breakfast? Excuse me? Ma'am, do I look like I like to eat breakfast? Are you saying something, bitch? Because you're bigger than me. Okay, excuse me? What? Girl, what? And I was thinking too, maybe she said that because I asked for half of my stay back. And she's like, oh, this girl needs some money. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Try again. Okay. Actually, no. Try again. Ma'am, I felt uncomfortable because girl, it was just, girl, that was a mess, girl. The TV wasn't working, cable wasn't working. And of course they did that on purpose because they didn't want no interference on the fucking stings they were doing. It's stupid, honey. I don't people at the hotel and always check my surroundings. Right. Always check your surroundings. Always check your surroundings, Rico. I learned that as a very valuable lesson, honey. Because those front desk people, they be on some shit too. I'm telling you, that clerk right there at that hotel in Northern California, he came in with an erection and pulled that shit out. And the first thing I thought to myself was, what happened if this was like a weird situation? Like, what happened if I was like a damsel in distress and this man would have like sexually violated me or something? Like, I was just thinking about all that. And I still got a video footage of it too, by the way. The camera was on because he asked me if I needed help with something. I said no. And then he said, are you sure? And I was like, I'm sure. Then he said, I'll bring you up some towels then. And I was like, thank you. And someone said, bitch, turn that camera on. I did. He comes in and start grabbing his shit and was like, and I was like, where is he getting this at? Wasn't even thinking. But I was like, oh, because he saw this dick thirsty ass bitch that was with me. So he was like, well, I want her. And then I'll go for this bitch. Girl, bye. All of a sudden, you're spiritual whenever she is right. All of a sudden, I'm spiritual, girl. But girl, any other time, that shit is fake. You be talking to yourself, basically, because you ain't talking to no spirits. Oh, girl, you believe in crystals? Girl, so if I go get a rock right now outside, because right now there's a rock in a pond, does that rock has any type of abilities for me? But girls, please stop it. Girl, this shit predates you and your mama, too. Stop it, girl. Baby, that's because you wasn't clickable. Miss Sasquatch was. Right, clockable. Oh, you remember Sasquatch CJ Taylor? That's what she gave me a Wendigo, no shade. I really was like, girl, let me start shutting my mouth. CJ, and I'm sure, because I believe you say you're trans too. I'm sure you go through this. Like, I learned to shut my mouth Because sometimes you be thinking that people are clocking or to you're like, why are they staring at me like this? Oh my God, they're clocking it. Or you're like, oh, they automatically assume I'm, whatever. Oh well, I'm gonna go do it because they already know the tea. And then they gag you because they gag that you're trans. And you're like, wait a minute, how did you not know? And it's crazy because when I talk regular, like right now, I feel like I sound very transy. But people tell me I don't sound transy. To me, I sound transy. So I'll try to like up it up some, hi y'all, how you doing? I'll try to like amp it up when I'm talking. And some people are just like, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, girl. You clocked it, you clocked it. So I'm sitting there having this conversation, and then they're bringing on menstrual cycles and girl, yeah, get ready because you're gonna be going through menopause. And I had an early one, and yeah, I had my menopause at 36. So girl, you're approaching that. So girl, get ready. And I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? What? So wait, you don't know that I'm trans? And you what? You a trans? What does that mean? Transsexual? Wait, you're what? And then they're like humiliated, like, oh my God, I feel so stupid for not knowing. Like that type of tea. Or even one person was all like, just cut me off. Like I thought somebody knew I was trans, y'all. We never talked about anything. I'm being comfortable. I'm being cool. I'm being collective. Oh yeah, who, choo having fun. And literally, I think that one of the girls was all like, I want to ask you something, and I hope you don't get offended because I have a cousin who's also, so I know the children when I see them. But what is your pronouns? Is it she or her, or he or whatever? And I'm like, baby, I can show you the ID. There's no he anywhere. My mother don't even call me her son, so I'm not gonna let her compete. And she's like, okay. So this is a girl that I really didn't care if she knew the tea. So I'm like, if she clocked this other bitch, clock it. Girl, this bitch started ignoring me, and then she started bringing up little TTTTT. One of the cute little boys there followed me on my little T because I used to advertise my little snap for the spiritual stuff. And he reached out and he said, hey, you're the one that always come in here and you always get the same Bolt House, da-da-da. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, da-da-da. And I'm like, hey, oh, I know where you work at. And I told him, I was like, yeah, what's up with this girl? Because she be having an attitude. And he said, oh, yeah. So one of the girls told them that you were trans. And she don't play that. Like she's completely Christianized. And y'all, I was just like, really like, my feelings were hurt. And it wasn't hurt because I'm like, she don't want to talk to him because I'm trans. So I don't give a fuck about that. But I was just like, bitch, how the fuck you, bitch? Like what? Like I intentionally, like girl, like, cause I didn't give a fuck. Like I didn't. So it's like, how would you, like, I'm so confused. And I think I believe she even said she had a gay brother or something. So I felt like she was opening up with me about this because she's like, I know you're trans. So I'm like, okay, girl, let me be open about it. Ooh. I don't know. That just happens a lot. Like even going into, I was telling this to somebody, one of these well-known people in LA that's trans, their sister, I met their sister. Their sister is upset because something went down. And I'm thinking that the sister's telling me this because she clocked that I'm trans. I'm like, bitch, okay, I'm relaxed now. She know I'm trans too, right? She work at a grocery store. We're having this story, and I'm like telling her, like, well, yeah, that's how trans people have, and that's the experience we have. And I was like, well, my upbringing is very different, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just telling the story, and she's giving us look like blah, blah, blah. And she's just like looking dumbfounded. And she's like, oh my God, wait a minute. I'm just now catching it right now. So you're also, oh my God, no way. Ooh. And the crazy thing about it, Sugan, I felt like she was being shady too. Before that, I was she, her, blah, blah, blah. After that, she would say them or her, like, oh girl, now you're confused. Like, girl, first of all, you said your sister is a transgender. You showed me the content. You showed me our family reunions. Oh, this is my sister. She's concrete. She know. You probably know her on YouTube. You check out, look at her stuff, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You did that, right? And then I tell you, and now you're fucking at the pronouns. But another thing too, she was calling her sister her brother sometimes. Because I guess her and the man got into it, and she's like, yeah, I was like I'm about to go whoop her motherfucking man's ass because that's my brother. And I was like, okay, so I'm like, I see it now. So you call your brother that, and you thought that once I told you my tea, I was going to be okay with that too. No, bitch, I don't play that. I have disowned people and I have blocked people I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you know me. I don't really care. If my biological mother who carried me in her womb calls me her daughter and don't slip up, and call me her and she and don't slip up, and even when we're mad at each other, so I know it's a genuine respect and seeing for what it is, I'm not letting a cousin disrespect me. I'm not letting an uncle, I'm not letting an auntie disrespect me. Bitch, I will block you. I will delete you because you're disrespectful to me, so I'm disrespecting you. And me dealing with you because you don't respect me and see it for me is ultimate disrespect to myself. And I wish a lot of people saw it as that. It's not about your mama gave birth to you, your daddy gave birth to you, and they gave birth to me so they can call me he still and all that. No, bitch, you're disrespecting yourself. And it really has me thinking, are you really trans? Are you really what you say you are? Because it doesn't hurt for them to see you as that. Like I said, my mother carried me in her womb. My mother knew what the T was. And regardless of what is being said, and I remember she even let one of my cousins have it because they tried to ask me, did you have a sex change yet? Because my homeboy was trying to fuck. First of all, whether I got it or not, bitch, what? And coming up, anyway, there was some weird shit with that. We're not even getting into that, girl. That's going to be a whole nother story. But that's what things do, girl. People like show off your Facebook to their friends and shit. Now their friends peeping. Yo, are you really a man? And you're like, damn, they good at clocking because somebody else clocked the T. What the fuck is going on? And coming to find out they meet your friend is one of your cousins. Oh, because my cousin is lurking and you want to see something crazy? Look at this right here. You know that's really a man. Okay, bitch. So let me start telling them that you're really a woman beater. Let me go follow all the women on your page and let them know that you're a bum. Let them know that your baby mama said that you put your hands on her. Can we do that? And that you're a freak. Or how about this? We tell them that you like little girls that just turned 18 because you feel like it's illegal. You left your wife after being married to her for 8 years for a young thing, and every year you got a new young thing. It just happened they just turned 18. So you got to think for kids. Let's talk about that. Let's tell this new girl that and see what's going on. Okay, because just so happy you found a mature woman. Girl, bye. Don't play with me, girl. I'm the 1, the 2, and the 3. Hey, Shamika. Please, I'm gonna say whatever she was to say. Right. Yes, girl, I am trans. Come on there. Shout out to my trans sisters out there. Come on, CJ. I definitely know what you're talking about. And no, your voice is very seductive and alluring. Thank you, CJ. Thank you. Thank you, CJ. Please, you know who you look like, CJ? Do you know who Victoria Doherty is? That's who you look like in this picture. I like it, you sound same in person. Thank you, Rico. Oh my God, Rico. Me and Lachey always talk about you. And that's another thing too. Virtual and in person, that's how you clock people to if they're genuine or not. If they sound different on the phone and sound different in person, that's how you clock if they're genuine or not. So I thank you for telling me that, Rico. Rico, we had the pleasure to meet Rico. And let me tell y'all, Rico energy is good, it's fun, it's loving, it's familiar, it's Kendrick. And me and Lachey, we always talk about that, Rico. Even like the other day, Lachey brought up, was like, Rico got really good energy. I was like, I know, that is so crazy. She really does. And it was really fun, regardless of us being sick. We still met you, and it was really nice to see you. It was like, whoa, you had your little Freddie versus Jason shirt on, and all that. You were being funny and, all that. You're being a Gemini, okay? Leo. Why do I feel like you have Leo T, though? Rico, I know you're a Gemini, but you give me very much lion, too. Like feline. Yes. I get that with you. I think you said something about that before. I remember my coworkers would ask, well, is he, is she about someone I hung out with? I don't know. It was never part of our conversation. There you go, I'm Didi. And a lot of people like try to clock your T, I'm Didi. And I'm like, girl, they're asking because they know the T or they were trying to get some. Because that did happen to one experience. There was a girl who, okay, two experiences like this happened, and one of them happened with a longtime friend. I went to school with a girl that we went to elementary school together. I think we went to like preschool together as well. We went to middle school together, and high school we separated. But in our adult years, we reconnected. So I was freshly like 19 years old. I moved back in with my parents because the man I was dating was doing some fucked up ass legal shit. FBI got involved, all the good stuff. So that was the only place I could go, right? And of course, it was like, oh my God, I didn't want to move back in with my parents, but I had to. And then after this, I ended up meeting Lachey too. Hey, Lachey. I ended up being a roommate after this because I did just time to go. Anyway, that's so short. So what happened was this guy was curious. He liked feminine energy, right? He liked effeminate people. And just so happened, someone told him that I transitioned. So he was really like, I gotta have it. So this motherfucker would try to like connect the dot, where's Waldo with me. And at first I didn't know who he was really. But it kind of dawned on me because they were like, he works here. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think I know who this is. And at that time it was, MySpace. MySpace was a little messy too. Because MySpace would, and it's not why me and her stopped being friends. What made us stop being friends is she was flirting with my gay best friend at the time and this bisexual guy that I was trying to talk to at the time. And I felt like she was like, I'm going to try to talk to him to fuck over this bitch. Right? We did a Bollywood type of theme party. She showed up in her saris and stuff and was trying to be like, I'm the one, the two, and the girl was trying to turn this man out. And of course he's bisexual. And so he's like, you know what? I think I want to get some of this poo-tang, poo-tang, poo-tang. So anyway, she didn't really want it, but she just wanted to prove a point to be like, bitch, I can get any man you think you can get. Bitch, bye, and your mama too. And she really did it because her baby father wanted me. So that's what had happened. Her baby father was trying to get some, and I guess he got afraid that he was going to be exposed. So someone who he knows slipped up and knew the tea, but he was trying to feel like he didn't know the tea to see if this boy would, would he clock it? And the guy was like, well, my friend actually clocked, or he knew that you were trans. And I was like, what gave it away, right? Because I really want to know so I can improve on it. And he's like, he said he could just tell. And I was like, that's a little odd. So then I was like, well, I'm going to do my investigation because typically the people who know the tea, they're either related to a trans person, they've dated a trans person, or they studied trans people. That's the only way they know. Right? Because, girl, like I was in situations, girl, I could have been got when I was younger. So I know that I'm not that spookable like that. I know I was not. Long story short, this motherfucker was assuming that I knew that he worked at this place and that his coworker and I was talking, and he was afraid that I was going to tell the coworker that him and I talked and then spook his tea. So he tried to spook my tea before his tea got spooked. And on top of that, he was messing up to even tell this girl that I hit him up, and I'll start with him. And I said, baby girl, I'm not here to expose. I'm not here to put anything out there, but I can show you that he hit me up and he tried to be DL about it. And I was a little scared because I was like, baby, I don't know what you look like. I'm not sensing. I'm not blah, blah, blah. And of course, I didn't bring up that he liked other feminine people because there's other feminine people at the time that brought his name up because he drove a car and he's the only one that had the type of car. So that's when I put two and two together. So I'm like, at the end of the day, you need to ask your baby father why he liked booty sex. Or why he likes people with a penis if he's not gay or if he's out here reading other people down. And then I even told that to his friend too. I'm like, well, you let the old boy know that while he's clocking tea, that he's only clocking tea because he was trying to get down with me. And now I'm telling you that because blah, blah, blah. So of course, the motherfucker tried to like send me these little threats. I know where you live at, blah, blah, blah. And I told him flat out, bitch, show up. Shut up or run up. I think that's the very first time I ever used that saying too. Show up or run up. You know where I'm at. Show the fuck up. Because you could have kept your mouth shut. You didn't have to tell your baby mama about the whole situation. You didn't have to tell your homeboy that you knew me. You could have just let it be. But your homeboy was testing you out. And I was still protecting the homeboy. Like, no, your homeboy doesn't know that I'm trans. But the homeboy did. But of course, I'm, hey, he was Cambodian. But I was like, hey, your homeboy doesn't know. You could have got me caught up, and you could just kept your mouth shut. I don't talk about shit to people. So you were trying to protect your shit, but you got your shit blown up. So now your baby mama know that you're into the T2 because she fucking checking me, thinking that blah blah blah, and I have to tell her because but you weren't gonna have me to fuck up my friendship. And I think he knew about us too because I'm like, I think we went to middle school with him. I don't remember him though because I wasn't checking on Billy Badasses back then. I didn't care for losers. So I'm like, maybe he was some ratchet ass motherfucker. I don't know. Ghetto Mexican guy, very ghetto. So I was like, girl, bye. That's your tea. On top of that, I don't want anything to have my friend. Y'all had a baby together. At that point, I think her baby was like a year old or something. I don't want, girl, listen, I don't want no second pieces, da 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 da. And I was only really investigating because I was trying to put two and two together. Like, this must be this guy because he's trying to get it and I'm not giving it because I don't see what the fuck he looks like. So we know what it gives, girl. They be wanting to see it. Victoria Doherty. 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 Victoria Doherty. I think she was going to come out with a show, Keeping Up with the Dohertys, but something happened. She was a Black trans woman from Farmers Branch, Texas. She was married to a wealthy white man, businessman. Look her up. Very nice. Very nice, honey. She actually did porno. And the crazy thing about it is, y'all, like, one thing about, let me go, because I really feel the sleepiness kicking in, y'all. Like, I feel like I'm whirling and shit. Like, I'm feeling dizzy and shit. One thing about one of my gifts that I have is that I know faces, and I never forget faces. I don't care how much surgery you've done to your face, even if you rearranged your face like a Mr. Potato Head, I can spook and clock that it's you. So going into her, yeah, I seen something with her being a porn. I think it was like Thugs, Latin, no, not Latin Thugs. It was Thugs something. Freakazilla, Thugzilla, Thug something. She did a porno with them. And I remember they showed this guy that would have these hazel eyes. And I've always been fascinated with colored eyes. My mom have colored eyes. My aunties have colored eyes. My niece and nephew have colored eyes. You know, some of them have like green eyes. My mom's eyes are like beautiful autumn orange, brownish. You know, they're beautiful, right? And so I've always been fascinated with brown eye or colored eyes on brown skin or tan skin people. And so either way, I saw that I was like, oh, that wow, like he looks like a very feminine thug. But I was like, okay, I like those eyes. Girl, there were contacts, but it was that bitch, and the bitch got a nose job, and I'm seeing this, and I'm like, why does this person look familiar? I've never seen this person day in my life. Why do they look familiar? Or am I supposed to meet with them, Spirit? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I kid y'all not, I was on a site and they were advertising. I was like, that picture looked hella old. And guess what? It was her. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh my God. Wait. That's her before the transition. Looked compared, yes. Nose job, cheek implants, lips done. I think brow bone, but it still looked like the same, like it's the same canvas. So I'm like, I think it would take, people would have to go through like a whole big process for me not to be able to identify them. Girl, you committed a crime today. I witnessed it, girl. Go get your little, and like I said, y'all can put me to the test too, bitch. I will remember. Yeah, that's the person. Their face looked very familiar. I seen them somewhere. Spirit, where I seen them at? Who's that? Leo Moon, Scorpio Rising. There we go. Ooh, Scorpio Rising. Your body's journey for come on, Scorpio Rising. There we go. Leo Moon, Scorpio Rising. There we go. I knew it. I knew you had Leo something because you give me that. You have the perfect, beautiful lion face. Your hair was short, and I was like, that fits her. You with long hair, Rico. I couldn't see that. Your face, yeah. Short hair, it fits your face perfectly. You could have been a model that day. Rico, you could have popped out and say, hi, everybody. This is Rico. And I am a model, and I'm here to break it out for y'all. Come on, Starbucks. And all this that. Who around you have Gemini, Pisces, Virgo sign? I'm getting this energy for you. Who, you talk about Rico or you talk about me? CJ, because you know I'm a Gemini, Cancer cuss. I'm a Pisces rising. And I don't, how would I say this? Virgos grow on me. Virgos have, there's certain traits of a Virgo I don't really care for. And I've noticed that this is more in Virgo women instead of men. Sometimes Virgo women talk a lot and they talk so much they kind of like shut you down. And then also going into the perfectionist, so they're very judgmental. You say something to them, and they're already judging. Like, wait a minute, bitch, what you just saying? Do, 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 do. And I met different types of Virgo women, different walks of life. Yeah, it's crazy. I met black Virgos, white Virgos, Hispanic Virgos, young Virgos, old Virgos, and like I said, the characteristics is still the same. So I'm like, I can see the talkativeness because Mercury rules Virgo as well as Gemini. So that Mercurian energy is there, the gift to talk. But like I said, most of them I know, and there are some cool females that I've met that I get along with that are tolerable, but they'll try to shut you down. They'll say, "Oh, okay, yeah, what you? Oh, you said what? Oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're that. Okay." And then it's, well, let me shut you down, bitch. Well, actually, and you're like, "Oh yeah, really? What did it?" And then it's, girl, they're just going. And it's like, damn, girl, I thought I was telling a story. Can I tell a story? Or are you gonna tell a story for me, babe? What's going on here? Okay, what's going on here, ma'am? You asked me a question, I'm giving you the answer, and you're telling me the answer, but you asked the question. You just asked me the question, ma'am. I'm giving you the answer, but you're telling me what the fuck you just asked. So why the fuck you asked the question? Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. And then the other one, girl, she was so condescending. Well, so, goddess, what exactly do? And I'm like, oh, you're so cool. We get along. I'm vibing with you. Oh, you're so awesome. And then all of a sudden, well, I mean, let's be quite frank here. Because, let's say a good example. They asked me how I felt about a situation. And I said, well, this is how I feel, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, okay. And then I asked them about a situation. I'm like, well, let me see where their head is at. And they're like, well, I really don't care because it's not my man, right? That's what they said. I don't care. It's not my man. I wasn't going to tell her because it's not my concern. And then a week later, after she get influenced by a Libra, because I do feel like Virgo are a little more easily influenced by narcissistic people. That's just from my experience. Virgos are prone to be controlled and manipulated by narcissistic people. And so going into that, a Libra who's a narcissistic person was over here manipulating this girl. And all of a sudden, she's being the talk box for the bitch. Well, actually, goddess, I was really thinking you're cool. First, I was going to say this. I was never going to meet up with you anyway. I'm not meeting up with none of you people. Y'all weird as fuck. No, bitch, you're not going to meet up with us. You're 6'2", and you're not really a trans. You're a nigga that still shaves his fucking face, and that's your business, not mine. But I was thinking about it, goddess, and I said, you know what? If she's playing with this girl about her man, then I know I couldn't trust you around my man. And so I was like, this bitch is a real ass, conniving ass bitch. And I said, pause, girl, let me put you on pause. I'm not into the man that you like. You like ghetto ratchet niggas that break people's noses in. You like dreadlocks. You like cornrows. You like niggas that got red pupils instead of white pupils. You like niggas that got dirty ass fingernails. You like niggas that look like they stink like shit. I don't play with that, baby. I'm very good on body odors. I'm very picky. So how the fuck? Dude, like, girl, don't get carried away. Because same thing with this bitch. I didn't want that bitch's man either. The man is a pedophile. Because I have to tell her about her man. And that's the other thing about spirit, y'all. Can we talk about spirit? Y'all, I never believed how gifted I was. Like, I used to doubt my gifts because I'd be like, well, maybe this is a coincidence, right? Like, spirit, like, maybe this is not really spirit talking to me or using me. Like, maybe this is just me knowing what I'm talking about because I don't know, maybe I'm knowing. So I would say this back in the day, years ago. I'd be like, oh my God, maybe this is what I'm doing. And then spirit would have to show me like, no, you know shit and speak on it. So I kind of got afraid of my gifts, right? And that's why I kind of would step back from doing reading stuff for people. But I would get confirmation on sticking with it with little experiences like this. So this person was a Libra, and I feel like Libras are very easy to read. And Libras, yeah, they're very easy to read, in my opinion. Male, female, doesn't matter. I think I can read a Libra stronger than probably all the other signs. So I can read everybody. But this man is a Libra, and she's also a Libra, and he would come and he would tell stories, but he would tell stories because air sign people are storytellers, and they're storytellers to where they can tell you third-party stories of their own, or they can tell you stories about shit that they dream about. So think about that. Aquarius could tell you stories about stuff that they dream about. Libras will tell you stories about themselves, but they'll speak about it in third person parties. And then Geminis, of course, could tell you stories about themselves, other people, whatever. They could tell you, hey, this is what I experienced. Let me tell you the story, whatever. So he's telling these stories about these people, and I'm like, damn, a lot of weird ass people. This is for the first thing I'm thinking. He's talking about his friend had sex with an underage girl. He talked about this friend got in trouble by talking to a girl. He's talking about how R. Kelly shouldn't have got locked up. So I'm just peeping this stuff, y'all. And then he's hiding his face. I'm like, well, he's hiding his face for a reason. And the girl's like, well, he's hiding his face because of blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think he's hiding his face because people are going to know that he's on Megan's Law or something. And I was joking, but I was being serious. So she's like, I don't think so. Like, I know my man. Okay. So I'm sitting here and a girl comes up in this group and she's like, yeah, this guy talked to me when he was 13 or when I was 13. So I instantly knew that she was talking about him, but she was talking about his friend who just so happened they're not friends anymore for some reason. I said, I know why, because they both got caught up in some shit, blah, blah, blah. So I'm breaking this down there because I know this, like Spirit is showing me this. Long story short, I'm like, he has to be a pedophile. He has to be a sexual deviant person. He has to be. And sure enough, things started being revealed where he would talk about weird shit. Like we're talking about pizza and cooking. And he's like, yeah, because I love anal and da da da. And it's like, wait a minute, this is coming from a man who's heterosexual identifying and he's talking about anal sex to gay men. So I'm like, oh, this is some weird shit. So something is going on. Y'all, I kid y'all not. She gets into it with him. She wants me to like give her a reading, and then we're talking. And like, y'all, I'm like dozing off, but I'm listening to what she's saying. And she said something about, this and that. And I said, no, he didn't get shot in his foot. I feel like he had some type of accident and he got injured on the accident, but I don't think it's real because I feel like he's acting like he's limping, but he's not. And she's like, no, I saw him limping. So maybe this is not the accurate reading and you sound like you're sleepy anyway. Let's go and end it. Okay. Come to find out, bitch. Yes, he was acting like he was limping. Girl, everything I said was true. So then I'm like, girl, okay, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So let's see if we can pull a name. So I'm saying all these names, Opium, Open House, and Open Taker, Boca Chica, Boca. Like I'm seeing these names in my head. And I was like, Open House, Hurston. Who the hell's Open Housing or Hurston and whatever? And they said, I think there's a movie called that. I was like, really? So I was like, I'm going to watch this movie. So I'm looking at this movie. Y'all never even heard this movie up until this point. Watching this movie, as I'm watching this movie, y'all, I think this is Spirit telling me to tell somebody to tell me to watch this movie because I was going to watch this movie. I was going to get insight. So I'm seeing the name Paul about him because they're giving him a fake name. His name is Gift. Let's say that his nickname is Gift. So I'm getting this Paul. I'm getting other names. And then I realized that one guy in particular stood out to me. And I was like, why is this guy sticking out to me? So somebody was like, let's play the name game. And y'all, this is all Spirit talking. Like, it's so amazing how Spirit works. This is all Spirit talking. Spirit is telling somebody, let's play a name game. And what name matches with Peter, Eater, Dieter, Zeter, Geeter, G? Like, they're going down this, and that's not the name. I don't want to say the name because then people might know who the fuck I'm talking about. They're going to look it up, and I don't want to get caught up in that. So they say this name, and I said, oh my God, I never even thought about that. And the guy also said something about this name to somebody else. He said, yeah, this bitch is over here looking like blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh my God, this is this guy's name. So I'm writing this down, y'all. I had a purple piece of paper. And actually, I still got the paper too. I'd be scribbling stuff out and it makes sense later. So I put this name down and he said he was from New York and they kept saying a queen and queen. So I was like, oh my God, let me look up this name in New York and see what I can find. So I'm looking it up. Nothing is coming up. But then I saw an image of something while I'm in this little trance thing and I'm writing down and I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute. Y'all, I found a Facebook and there was a Facebook of not him, but someone else. But I was like, I feel like Spirit led me this far and there's a reason why. So we have a conversation, this girl and I, and I'm like, do you know what your man's name is? And she's like, yeah, but I'm not going to say it. And I was like, well, I'm kind of curious because it's kind of been on my mind. And girl, I've been giving readings and da 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 da. And she's like, yeah, but I know that's how I know you're a reader because you don't need a name, and I'm giving you a nickname and you go by. I said, no, girl, I want to know what that name is because it's really bothering me. And she was like, well, girl, I'm telling you, out of respect for this, I'm not going to say, okay. So I let it go. So then she get into it with another girl. And y'all, this is all over a 3-week period of time. Patience is virtue. She gets to it with another girl that she actually knew for a long time. Like, I think the girl like helped raise her and shit too. And y'all know this girl too. She's a well-known internet person. And the girl was like, well, you tell blah, blah, blah that I'm about to call the police and let them know that I know do. And I said, girl, that's not his name. And she said, what do you mean that's not? I said, girl, his name is blank, blank, blank. And she's on the phone with the girl playing this role. This one we know that they were on calls, act like they didn't know it. The girl blew me up from a bogus account and said, bitch, don't ever say that fucking name again. I was so confused. I was like, what name is she talking about? Ding, 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 ding. So then she was like, wait, I really want to know though. When we actually had a voice conversation, I really want to know. And now I really wish that I can call this girl. This girl could tell you everything I'm telling her right now. So y'all can attest I'm not making none of this shit up. That I've given her readings. They were accurate. Going even into now. All of it, and of course, I can't call her because I blocked all those motherfuckers. I don't want to deal with none of those weird ass, drug infested, mentally ill, mentally disturbed ass, weird people, quacker ass people. And not cracker, quacker. They're weird. So I'm like, girl, what name are you talking about? Girl, you said my man's name, and how did you know his name? And girl, what your fuck? Girl, you talking to my man? And I was like, wait a minute. No. And I was like, wait a minute, that's his name? Y'all, when I tell y'all, I had chills and I like my ears were ringing, like I had tinnitus for like a few hours. Where I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Like it was like unbelievable for me. I was like, oh my God, how would I have guessed that? Out of all the names it could have been. And of course, like I said, I'm looking at this piece of paper, which I still have, and I'm seeing all this stuff, y'all. And so when she confirmed that's his name, I decided to now type the name in, and I'm seeing all of this stuff about court dates and January the 27th and all this other good stuff. And I said, oh my God, so your man, and this will kind of piss off with her. It's like, girl, so your man wasn't injured by a gunshot. He was injured by a car accident. On top of that, I don't like being lied to because you said you didn't know that and you knew for sure. And she's like, no, but girl, I really didn't. I barely found out. No, you did know, girl, because you knew that he had a date coming up for that court case. And you're just like me, girl. You're a Libra. You're an air sign. You're an investigator. You Scorpio, like, girl, you like to investigate shit. I knew you knew. And you didn't want to you asked me for a fucking reading, but you didn't want me to be fucking right. And I was like, this is why I don't care to read certain people. Because you didn't want me to be right. You wanted me to be wrong. And no, it's not about that. And then, girl, she, called herself, read me down. And, bitch, and you do that. And you big. And if you can read the book. So there we go. So that was the first little round that we had. Where I was like, girl, but it was so amazing to me that Spirit revealed his name. And it could have been any name. But I literally got that name in 3 weeks through somebody. We playing a name game. Through me watching a movie. While watching that movie, I'm still trying to be like, well, what was the importance of this name, or why this name didn't come up? And then Paul, and I was like, somebody is still connected to this man by the name of Paul. Even though around that time, someone I know, their mechanic name was Paul, and they were like, yeah, Paul's gonna be checking my brakes and stuff. But I was like, no, I don't think that's why I would have that name would come up in my head. I really do think there's something with that name. Paul. And even going to like his mother relationships, I was like, yeah, his mother's not. Anyway, yeah, I won't get to that. It was just a lot though. Spirit shared a lot. I picked up a lot and I love it, honey. Mystic. Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Come on in here. And I'm sorry to keep you, babe. Go to sleep. I need to go to bed. Let's go 2 hours later. Right. Let me go. I gotta go. Leo and me be right. I was Taurus, the Taurus moon, and Sagittarius rising. Come on in here. Oh, Taurus, Sagittarius. Oh. There's a lot going on with you right now, huh, CJ? Come on in here. I was talking about you. Oh my God, I knew it. I felt Gemini and Pisces. The reason I said Virgo is because I felt someone around you, or maybe around you, who are Virgo. Well, it's crazy that you say that. Well, let's see this. CJ, if you picking this up, what are you picking up about that? Let's see this. Let's see how tapped in you are, CJ. CJ, what are you picking up about the Virgo energy? If it's me or someone else. I want you to hone in on this right now. Clear your mind. see what you're picking up about the Virgo energy. And then if you're head on, I'm going to say it. If you're not head on, I'm going to let it go, let it flow. Come on, my mom is a Pisces. I know, I love Pisces. Yes, I love Pisces, honey. All my friends are Pisces, up to a certain age. Yeah, I love Pisces, honey. I went out with a guy. I kept checking the bottom of my shoe thinking I stepped this shit. No, it was him. Ooh, he smelled like shit. That's right. Someone else. Definitely so. I mean, no, you are right. No, you are no. You are right about the Virgo energy. That's something like, what are you picking up about them? Just whatever you're feeling, say it. I want to see if you're really tapping in on that Virgo energy. Ow! Because I notice that sometimes spirits, when someone's you, how would I say this? I notice sometimes energy moves differently, and people interpret energy differently. So I know that sometimes you get information on an energy, and you're like, hey, something about this is sticking out with you, but it's because you know of another sign, or maybe they share that energy with someone else. Like Geminis and Virgos have this, they're ruled by Mercury. They're both ruled by Mercury. So you're probably picking that up because of that Mercury energy. You're like, I'm feeling this Mercury energy. Or maybe you're picking it up because you really sense that there's a Virgo energy that's always on my mind, that I'm always thinking about, that I'm always connected to, that I'm very close with. And so you're feeling that on my energy. So I'm like, let me see, which one is it? Are you feeling it because the Gemini and Virgo share the same planet? Or are you feeling it because there's a good chance that me and this Virgo is very close? It's giving lust. Ooh, yes, I know what you're talking about. Ooh, I know exactly. Oh, girl, you are tapping in. Oh, you are, girl, you are tapping in, girl. All you got to do is say lust. You are tapping in, Miss Thing. Ow! I don't know about envy, though. You would have to be more in deep. You have to be more in depth with that. But the lust part, you definitely tapping in. You definitely tapping in because I have to tell this person what they have, and they have to do a little quiz. Let me put my teas away while I'm talking to y'all, so I can just go ahead and just lay it on down. Speaking of that, Leo, Virgo, Pisces, I remember I met a lady who was a Pisces, but she was raised by a Leo. No. She was a Leo, but she was raised by a Pisces. And I think, yeah. She was a Pisces, but she was raised by a Leo. And she was talking to me, and I've always wanted to like connect with her spiritually because she was so free spirited. She would have on musk and jasmine and oud and patchouli, and I was smelling. She was like, "You're the only one that smells this. Nobody else smells it." I'm like, "Really?" And then she was like, "Yeah." So we kind of tested out with another person. She was like, "What are you smelling?" And they're like, "What do you mean? I don't smell anything." She's like, "No, what are you smelling?" They're like, "I smell groceries." And we both laugh because, of course, I'm thinking about the song Groceries. Everybody eat your groceries. Y'all know that song. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh, this is so nasty. You talk about something sexual. But no, I could smell like she had oils and stuff on her. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe she's also spiritual and she's tapping into my spirituality, whatever. Oh my God, y'all, it's fucking 3:04. Oh my God, I'm supposed to be getting up at fucking 7 in the morning. Y'all listen, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for real, because it's going to be 100 and something today, y'all. Oh, and I got some shit to do before it gets hot. Long story short, okay, we know this has been a long ass story. This lady was talking, and I guess it's because there was a Gemini, and we know Geminis amplify energy. And of course, I'm a Gemini, so I'm connected with this Gemini, and she's like amplifying this girl energy. So I'm like picking up, and she's going in. And I'm like, "Yeah, you're Pisces," and she was like, "No, I'm actually a Leo." But oh, there we go. She's a Leo, but she's raised by Pisces, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, you're a Pisces. I get that." And then she's like, "Well, actually, my mom's a Pisces, so maybe you're picking up my mom's energy." And so I'm seeing like six. Like I'm seeing it count 6, 7, 8, 9. Like I'm seeing this in my mind. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. This is 6. Like I'm seeing numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, and y'all, this is all in checkout. I'm saying 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. This is a count up to something, a countdown to something. Are they talking about the months, June, July, August, September, or what? And she's like, well, I have 6 kids, and my mom has 9 kids. So I'm like, so this is definitely about you then. And then, of course, I had to ask her, like, you're not from here. You're originally from here, da 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 da. And I see some with the Greyhound. I see some with you were trying to da 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 da. And this lady was like, what happened? What the fuck? What? And of course, the Gemini, I don't know, the Gemini was into spiritual stuff. The Gemini, was like, girl, I knew you were tapped in and stuff because you used to say shit before. Like one time I gave you your total and you were like, how much I owe you? I know it's less than $70. And she was like, it was right on the money. It was $69.83. And I was like, what? I don't remember that. But anyway, bitch pulled her tea, knew her tea. And like I said, so energy, I was telling that for a reason. Now I don't fucking remember. Maybe it's about energy reads differently. I don't know. Maybe it's because, girl, you know a sign when you feel a sign. And girl, it's not always right neither. I be feeling energy and I'd be like, you're a fire sign. No, I'm actually a water sign. But then I'm like, I don't know because you would have to pull up your chart. And no, but there's actually no fire here. And I'm like, there's weird though, because maybe the element is no, there's something there. And of course, I don't want to switch shit out and bring shit up. And then coming to find out, well, maybe you picked up this, because no, girl, it's for you. You're just a horny ass motherfucker. I don't know. Come on, fucking up the word. The envy might be the Virgos always talking about themselves. Ooh, wait, come on in here. I know that's right. Good night, baby. Yeah, I need to go. Honey, it is 3 or 4 in the morning. Damn, honey. 7 o'clock. Oh my God, I don't have the girl. Let me go to bed. Y'all, Love and Light, twospiritmystic.blogspot.com. We'll definitely talk again. I was going to do a nasal rinse too, and I can't. Damn. It might be even too late going to my car to get my motherfucking Claritin. I'm going to have to just call it a night and make sure I pop that shit in the morning. Let me do this sinus inhaler thing. Anyway, y'all, love and light. Look, love and light. Girl, see my brain is shutting down, honey. Let me go. Bye, y'all. Love and light. We'll be talking again soon, honey. Okay. Stay positive, y'all. Good night. Love and truth. Stay blessed. Thank y'all for stopping by here and talking to me so late night, early morning. Some of y'all 6 o'clock in the morning. Some of y'all 5 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Let's do it. Bye, y'all. Love and light.